But I just wanted to see if Goldfax was actually like good. I pulled Odin, which is the one that needs the Ascendant. Yeah, I pulled this one. Meow.
I was half assuming, I was really assuming I was going to run into you while you were mid-sentence.
No, I actually saw that you popped in and I was like, I'll stay quiet for a sec.
Darn it. You ruined the whole set.
Yeah. No,
it's... Just walk in and be eavesdropping and be like, okay, how much shit is she talking about me?
Oh, I am not talking any shit about that. I was just briefly going. I was expecting to be waiting a little bit just because I didn't see the tweet and stuff beforehand. So I was just like, I'll just make sure of you know, test out a couple of hands and stuff here just to give people something to see whilst they're waiting. You know, with potential stuff I might do, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for this one, if only because of like one card, but it's still one card well worth being excited for. Because it is one of the strongest, even nowadays, one of the strongest synchro monsters that's ever been released. And it's limited for a damn good reason. This set is named after it for a damn good reason. Right down at the bottom of the list, Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Oh my god, this card is insane.
The one good Ice Barrier monster then.
Yeah, just about. I mean, Brionica is good too, but like, yeah, Trishula is easily the best one. Their synchros are really good. It's just everything else about them is terrible, and they can't really go into their own synchros very well. Because they're just not good at putting presence on the field, right? That's why.
I'm trying to remember any Ice Barrier tuners. I don't really remember any of them.
Cryomancer and Dudark are both level 2 tuners. There are a couple of others that I don't immediately remember. There was like Defender of the Ice Barrier, I think, is a level 3 one. But it's mostly the Cryomancer and Dudark, which yeah, they're only level 2. So good luck getting to any high level stuff off of that. But yeah, Trish needs 3 materials. That's like the only bad thing that's about it. But it's a level 9. When it's Synchro Summoned, you can banish up to 1 card each from your opponent's hand, field, and graveyard. Card in the hand is chosen at random. You don't have to be able to banish from every single spot here because it's a you can. So if you use this first turn, you just banish 1 card out of the opponent's hand, right? But yeah, you get to banish something off of their field and hand. It doesn't target, so you can't use immunities from that as well. This thing is ridiculous. And it's limited, so if we do pull multiples of it, that's secret rares that we can trade. This thing ain't coming off the ban list anytime soon. They tried it like once, I think, which is why it's unlimited in Legacy of the Duelist, because that was about when it was unlimited IRL for like one format. And then it went straight back to 1. So, yeah, this thing ain't coming off the list anytime soon. So we'll be getting secrets if we get multiples of those.
It's telling you the secret, not a super.
Yeah, it's a secret rare. So, if we get multiples of it, that's secret rare trades that we've got. So. No. Trish says 2+. So I just read my chat here as well, saying I just noticed it requires 2 non-tuners, not 2 or more. No, it's got 2+ on it. So you can use more than 2 non-tuners for this thing, if you need to.
You just need 1 particular tuner and just 2 or more non-tuners.
Yeah. Oh, it's completely generic. You don't need to use like an Ice Barrier tuner or even a Water tuner or anything. Like, you know how a couple of the Ice Barrier monsters have needed Water monsters for their non-tuners? This doesn't even need that. It's totally generic, it just needs at least 3 materials to bring out. So, this can be used in any deck that can go into a level 9 Synchro with like 3 dudes.
Ice Barrier, Dragoonity, Naturia, Fabled.
Yeah, Fabled get their best support in this one, I think. Like, Grimmer and Cruz are really good and are very important for the deck, but I think this is where the Fableds actually get their best stuff. Whether or not we get enough of it to build a deck out of, though, we'll see, but,
Well, if we don't, we'll just have more decks to try out.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true. Alright, should we just go for it, then?
I guess we just gotta go for it.
Yeah. Alright, well, in that case, best of luck, buddy. I can guarantee, just like with the Barkion and whatnot, if we do not pull Trish out of the set somehow, then we should definitely trade for it afterwards. Because, oh my god, this thing is, like, insane everywhere. So, yeah, that's...
I mean, yeah, I might as well just pull it now while we have the chance.
Yeah.
Also, I still need to do the trade-ins for the Jaden and the last pack we just did.
Yeah, the Yusei one, right? Yusei 3?
Yusei and Storm Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. I have done my Storm Ragnarok trade, and I've briefly gone over it before we started, but because this will be, like, in the YouTube bit now, I will go over my Storm Ragnarok set trade. And I already did the Yusei one a while back. That was my Starlight Road trade. So, which I haven't actually used two of in the main deck yet, but it is there, so, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Let's get drafting, my dude. I will speak to you afterwards. Best of luck, man.
Good luck and good duel.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so just again to very briefly go over, I just traded Hidden Arsenal Supers because we really didn't need anything with that. Hidden Arsenal Supers, I think it was it was one of the Fabled ones. It was like I had 6 copies of it. It was like the begins with an M. I don't remember. It's like Mizo thingy. This one, Ms. Toji. There we go. I had 6 copies of this thing. Our rule state we need to trade 3 of a Hidden Arsenal Super for a regular Super. So that is what I did. I traded 3 of those, and we picked up Forbidden Lance, which in Storm of Ragnarok, Forbidden Lance down here, just in case you've forgotten what it does, because it has been out in the meta for a very long time, right? It's still a very good card, but, you know, not really the sort of one that sees play nowadays. Target 1, face a monster on field. To the end of this turn, it loses 800 attack, but is unaffected by the effects of other spell and traps. This can be used in a ton of different ways. We did miss Forbidden Chalice, which was sort of similar, but like negates monster effects and boosts attack instead of cutting it. But like we missed out on Chalice, I was not missing out on Lance as well. This time we actually had enough good stuff to trade, like, and there isn't really anything else in this set that I particularly wanted that I already, you know, didn't have. Stardust Shimmer is neat. Kib did pull this. I think it's a cool card. I don't know if it's actually something that great. I traded Kib all the 6 Sam stuff that I had, spoilers, because I didn't have nearly enough of it. So that means, yeah, we got the legendary 6 Samurai Shien last time. There's another thing, I guess, to go over in this bit. I traded this for one of Kib's 2 Ally of Justice Catastor, because I whiffed on Catastor entirely. Kib had 2 of them, but we were never able to find something to trade for it. This was the thing. So Kib has got access to this card now, and yeah, it is terrifying, but it is still good. Yep. As Kib's just asking, 24 packs, right? Yep, 24 is what we want. So, yeah, there wasn't really anything else in here that I actually wanted, to be honest, more than Lance anyway. Like, Keyzam would have been great if I had 6 Sam stuff. I traded for Nordic stuff off of Kib, so I don't need to worry about that. The Blackwing I missed was this one, but it's garbage, so nobody cares. I already got like 5 Double Warrior, so I didn't need that. I did briefly consider Vortex the Whirlwind, because I do actually have Blackwings now to play. And this card is okay. Like, yeah, it's not dark, but I don't use Blackwing for the dark attribute. It's okay, but it's when it's destroyed by battle, which is not going to happen too often. And I have, because of getting Catastor, I have other level 5s that I can go into now. So I don't really need it. It just would have been okay for the Blackwing stuff. But Forbidden Lance is just generally really good. It's generally useful, so we're just going to get that instead. Alright, so moving on to the set proper here. yeah, this is Trishula's Triumph for a reason. We've already gone over Trish, but it's a fantastic card that we definitely need to pull. There's a couple other things I kind of want in here, like Genex Allies are in this set, like the third time, I guess, they're trying to do Genex. There's a couple that are actually okay. I think for... I mean, obviously it's not a Wing Beast, but like, in theory, for Blackwing's Power Cell would be kind of fine, because you do get to buff like all of your Blackwing cards, basically, but it's not worth playing a non-tribal card for it, I don't think. If I'm playing a non-tribal card, it's like Witch of the Black Forest, Breaker, Dark Arm Dragon, something like that. A simple small power boost is not really good enough for that. But still, it's kind of neat, I guess. Ally Solid, I think, was sort of okay if you could get enough board presence out. Like, if you sack Undine for this, you can draw 2, and Undine gives you the Genex controller from the deck as well as mills like a water. It's fine. These guys are all dark, though. I think the idea is that Ally Changer can alter the attribute of the cards on the field. There's a Chemister as well, which I think is further down the bottom. That also does stuff similar to that like works with attribute-based things. And the idea is that Genex have been all sorts of different attributes. The Synchros have been requiring specific attributes, and so they went, well, let's make something that can change the attribute of the Genex stuff, right? Or any monster, but mostly the Genex stuff. Doesn't work very well, I don't think, but Solid, at least you could, if you could change the attribute of it, you could make it draw 2, so, you know, draw 2s are always a thing, right? Fabled dudes! These are the good ones, I think, and it's funny because they're Beast instead of Fiend at this point. So a little bit of the previous Fabled support, I think it's Valkyrius in particular, the level 8 one, doesn't really work as well with these as it does with the standard stuff because it needs to discard Fiends. However, these guys can swarm and control the field so much better than the previous lot, and they're lots of them are tuners as well. This is what you play. So, Chawa, you discard a different Fable, you special summon it from the hand. Katsif, if it gets discarded, you do Zaborg, or kind of Zaborg. It's face-up card is not quite, but like, yeah, you've got to destroy a face-up card on the field when it gets discarded. Cerberol, I always call this Cheverol for some reason, I don't know why. Cerberol is a level 2 tuner that just specials itself, so unlike Luri, this is actually a tuner monster. Ganashia also specials itself, but it banishes itself when it leaves the field that way. However, it's a level 3 non-tuner. This is probably the best card that they've got, really, for that. Like, Cerberol is really good too. You can go into Rajin with this, and that's great. But this one being a level 3 special summon itself, and non-tuner at that, very powerful for the deck. And then Nozuchi is funny. It's very, very hand inefficient, but you can typically get like 2 monsters on the field with this, right? 3 monsters really, because you discard Fabled, you special this, and then special another Fabled from your hand, and the Fabled you discarded should be Cerberol or like Ganashia or something, and you get another monster out, so you get 6-7 levels worth of Fabled out in one shot. It just destroys your entire hand to do it, but as a one-off, it's kind of neat, at the very least. Dragoonities get most of the rest of the stuff here. They do rely on the structure deck for Ravine and a couple of their, like, good monsters, but there's still some nice ones in here. Militum is fine if you can get, like, Fanlax in the graveyard, get it equipped. Well, that one specials itself anyway, but the other ones don't, so you can get your tuners from the graveyard. I think there's actually one here, which we'll see later on, that will let you special summon a winged beast from the graveyard and then equip it with the tuner, and then if you special this one, you could unequip it and get to a level 7. So yeah, there is that. Primus Pilus over here lets you get a Dragoonity, like equip one out of the deck to it. You could equip Fanlax with this if you're having a hard time getting it out. I suppose that's pretty decent. Otherwise, yeah, kind of weird. Branderstock is good. Like, it is only level 1, so it can be a little bit tricky to sync well with this, because Dragoonities are 6, 7, 8. But this one does let you attack twice per turn, so Dux turns into a 1900 double attacker, which is quite strong. Javelin's not really worth it because it's got more than 1,000 attack. Most of the ones that are above that threshold don't work because you are wanting to play cards of constants in the deck. We'll get into the other ones as we find them. Jiracs have got more tuners in this one. Level 3 is kind of nice, right? Yeah, I'm not really too like convinced on them, to be honest, but there's some decent enough effects here. You've got a sort of Naturia type effect, I suppose. You've got the level 3, you can draw cards with this if you sack a different Jirac. I suppose that's fine if you've got the tokens out, right? From Storikio or whatever. Yeah, it's fine, I don't know. Naturia stuff is a bit more interesting to me, though it's mostly Butterfly in this section. Because it's a level 3 tuner, and it's got 500 attack. I'm sure there's stuff I could do with that, like Debris Dragon. I know it's a tuner, but you could then sync it with something else. Yeah, no, you can negate a monster's attack with it, and it's a level 3 tuner, which is not Rose Whip. It's a lot better than Rose Whip, so, you know, it actually does something on the board. So there you go. Yeah, I don't think the other two are particularly good. Yeah, Defender of the Ice Barrier is a tuner, that's the other one I was thinking. This General Raiho, I think, is kind of okay, as far as Ice Barrier stuff goes. Like, if the opponent wants to activate a monster effect, they've got to discard a card or it gets negated. Considering we got Medallion of the Ice Barrier to straight search these things, that's actually okay, right? Like, there's a world in where that gets played and actually does fairly reasonably for itself. Genex has got a couple of other like synchro monsters here that work based on the attribute of the non-tuner that was like played with it, or you can get multiple of these effects actually if you summon it with tons of stuff. Probably not a good idea, but you can do it. Probably the best effect off of this one is the anti-light effect. If you use a dart monster, which is what the Genex allies are anyway, right? You get to destroy a light monster on the field and then draw a card. That's pretty great. The Fabled Unicorn is their first like big payoff one here. This card is insane if you can match the opponent's hand size. And there will be control decks that use it. Probably too high level for me, but hey, if I do play Fabled, this would be the way I'd do it. It's level 4 as well. The only thing holding this back is that it needs a Fabled tuner. Otherwise, this would be like, oh my god, the first level 4 that we could actually summon, right? Armory Arm is great, but we didn't pull it, so whatever. I think Trident, Senfree, Kaiju Control... Yeah, Trident is not amazing. It is 2400 at least. It's better than most of the Dragoonzy stuff that way. But you've got to send a lot of cards you control to the graveyard. Unless you're playing a lot of like Fiendish Chain and Call of the Haunted and stuff, this probably isn't going to be that great. But, yeah, I don't know. Drought payoff is in Meteor here, which is like Uber Black Rose Dragon, except you special summon after, but it's level 10 and takes like 3 dudes. So, yeah, I don't know about that. Landoise is cool. It does take a discard, or a send, really, of a card, and it's a spell card too, so it's specific. It does take a send of a card, unlike the other two, which are basically 3 or as good as 3, but this one negates monster effects. So yeah, pretty strong. Definitely worth it. If you can get it out. It's the weakest of the Naturia monster synchros for sure, but like negating monster effects is very good. So it definitely like pays for itself. And level 7 is sometimes something, you know, like the way that your Earth setup goes. So it's kind of weird. Flamvells get a Neo form here. Didn't know we had the Magic Swordsman coming in after this, but whatever. Neo Flamevell Hedgehog is famous because he went into Shadow Hedgehog later on, and that card was actually good, apparently. These could actually see a minor bit of play with Firedog, right? Because you've now got level 1, 2, 3, and 4 tuner monsters that you can play, so you could actually toolbox it at this point. Which, given that I only have like 1 Archer and 1 Magician, would probably be the way I go. And 1 Baby too. I have like no Flamebell tuners. This would probably be the way I'd go. Would be to like toolbox it. and get a variety of different levels out for stuff here. I think Hedgehog was kind of okay, right? If it gets destroyed in battle, yeah, banish a card out of the opponent's graveyard, it's kind of whatever, but it could still be fine as like a 1 or 2 of. If it's destroyed by a card effect, though, you get another fire monster, like from the Flamvells setup to your hand from the graveyard, which is great because you could get Beast back and then keep going from there. So yeah, if it gets killed by a card effect, this thing's actually really good. So I don't know. Definitely better than the stupid Archer, right, that just doesn't really do anything. So there is that. Yeah, Genex Ally Chemistry is the one I was looking at before. You've got to discard this out of the hand. It is a tuner in its own right, so I guess you could do some funky stuff with it. But yeah, you got to discard it from the hand to change an attribute of a Genex thing. I don't know about that one, Chief, but you know, it's cool, I guess, if you need a specific attribute for them. Birdman is the good Genex card, though, and it's still limited even now because it causes loopy bullshit. And yeah, I don't know. I'm actually probably going to be playing this card today in more or less whatever deck that comes out. It's a super rare, so there's basically a perfect chance we're going to get it here. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, you bounce a card from your field to the hand to special it. It does banish itself when it leaves the field that way, but I have used this already in Blackwings in the testing stuff to get, like, Blizzard back into hand, so I can get more Synchro plays the turn after. And get a higher level Synchro out too, because it's level 3. So, yeah, that one's really good. We'll probably be using that. None of the others are really impressive at all. Some more Fabled stuff, Pegasus. I always want to call this Pegasus. Again, I don't know why. I have a hard time, like, reading some of these sometimes. I don't know. The problem with this guy is that he goes face down when he gets special summoned by the discard. So you can't use it for Synchro plays the turn that you do that, which is a bit annoying. But you can set up the graveyard a little bit with this one too. It is another level 1 tuner, so it's the worst of the set, I think, but it is still playable, and, you know, that could be fun. I don't think Cockataur is that good, but it is like a strong, quote-unquote, Fabled, so if you are going to play Honest, this is probably one that you would put in the deck, just so you can actually get some draws and stuff going as well. And we know a lot of the Fables work with discards and whatnot, so it's fine. And then their big boss dude is, I mean, he kind of exists. He's got a really good effect, actually, for Fabled specifically. It's like your opponent discards 1 card, like the first normal spell that the opponent plays every turn. That's really good, because, like, this turns their cards into give the opponent advantage. Actually, question: Can the opponent play a card if play a normal spell if you don't have a card in hand? I don't think they can, right? Because if you don't have a card to discard, they can't legally play the card, right? So that's kind of weird if that's the way it works. I'd have to look it up. But yeah. Dragoonie stuff, Partisan is the one, or Pylum, like one of these two was the ones I was meaning before. When they get normal summoned, you get a winged beast out of your graveyard, right? This one special summons from hand, which is kind of bad. Oh no, they both go from hand. So it's like, you special summon a Dragoonity from the hand, and that then equips this guy, or, you know, one of the two, depends which one you play, like if you need level 2 or level 3. And that's kind of neat, because then if you've got Militum as the one that you special summon, you can unequip this and then go for a Synchro play with that. Like, it is a 2-card combo, but if you're having trouble getting multiple monsters out, that's a way to do it. So it's not too bad. This Dragoonity's not worth it. He only does piercing if he's equipped. That's kind of, I guess that's good with Brandistark, but it's a level 5. It's not worth it. More Naturia stuff. Mantis is really good. The opponent normals the monster, you just discard them, or send is sent, but like, functionally, discard the Naturia from hand to destroy the monster, so this just trap holes any normal summon the opponent does, which is really cool. Ragweed can draw cards, but it's on a bit of a slow effect, we don't care. White Oak is pretty reasonable, it's, if it gets targeted at least, I don't know, I mean, it's fine. It's destroyed during the end phase is a problem, though. It's, like, good against Book of Moon, I guess, but not really that great. I think, what, General Guntala was kind of okay. Again, level 7's a bit awkward to get out, but you get to special summon an Ice Barrier every turn, if you've got Cryomancer in the graveyard, that could actually be kind of fun, although it would stop Gantala from attacking, but, you know. And then we get to the big stuff down the bottom here. Naturia Exterio, aka one of the better Awaken the Dragon targets. Well, okay, Raid Raptor, Ultimate Falcon, but still, one of the better fusion-based ones anyway. You would need to fuse this with the two good Naturia Synchros if you're going down that route, which is difficult and not really done. However, this card blocks spells and traps more or less indefinitely by just banishing any one card from your graveyard, then sending one card from the top of the deck to the graveyard. It's hilariously overpowered. It's not once per chain. It's not once per turn. It's just every single time. It's kind of insane. Metamorphosis with Reflex Slime is something that I could play, but I only have one Reflex Slime, so I'm probably not doing it. Kinda whatever. Flamevell Deity's bad because it needs Pyro Monsters, so half the Flamevells don't work with it. Boo. Whatever. Triforce is kind of neat because it does have Armadi. I think it's Armadi's is the thing with this one. It's like the I guess it's Ancient Gear because this one doesn't stop monsters, so it's like, yeah, you can't play spell traps against it when it's attacking, or it has the Flame Wingman effect, which is kind of okay, or it can res Raikou in face down defense position. Let's face it, Raikou would be the card you want to use with that. Whatever. Magician of Faith, I guess, is what for me. Whatever. Who cares? This Fabled Synchro is not as good, but it can make itself, you know, completely immune to being destroyed by battle or card effects. That's cool, considering Fableds cut their hand away very easily. It's kind of fun. The Dragoonity guy, I mean, if you can get a level 8 Dragoonity out in the deck, doesn't really do it very well, but if you can do it, which technically you can with Vajrayana, which I do have, this thing could clean house if you've got the right tuners in the graveyard. And then, of course, Trish, if it's Synchro Summon, blow everything up. Not quite, but, you know, if it's Synchro Summons, you basically should win from there most times. Banish up to one card each in your opponent's hand, field, and graveyard. Doesn't target, doesn't have to be face up, face down, doesn't have to do all three of them, so depending on the deck, you can kind of ruin people's day with that. Very, very good card. It is limited too, so in our format, that means if we get any multiples of it, that will be secret rare trades, because it does kind of have that tag to it. So, Hidden Arsenal 4. I'm excited enough for this. I don't know how many of these I'm actually going to play today, but yeah, I'm definitely excited for this. Let's see. Okay, straight in with Trident. So I didn't really mention what Trident does. It's like you can send 3 cards you control to the graveyard to look at the opponent's extra deck and banish 3 cards? I think it's banish that you free, you know, as many cards as you sent to the graveyard. So, in theory, kind of okay. You could get rid of the most problem stuff. It's probably better nowadays when the extra deck is like more important and you don't have space to play like multiple copies of most of your cards. But still pretty okay. It's just, it's level 7. Level 7's actually okay to go into with the setup I have for Dragoonity at the moment. So yeah, kind of alright, I guess. There's the big Fabled boss monster, I suppose. Again, decent effect, but a little bit hard. I mean, you can tribute summon it with 1 Fabled, so it's not that hard to get out, but still. Naturia Whiteout is one of the ones I didn't want to see. The Fabled elephant guy is really good, so we would need Cerberus, though. There's the big Dragoonity. Also, Naturia Mantis, definitely one I would like to see. Yeah, we need Cerberus if we're going to play Fabled today. Jurak Meteor doesn't really do a lot for us, because I'm definitely not playing Jurax. Dragoonity Militum is fine. What else we got? There's General Raiho. It's, again, not too unreasonable. I could fit him in one of the decks I could consider today. There's the Fabled Synchro Dude. It's not Unicorn, so yeah, not sure about that one. There's the Trish. Okay. We still need Birdman, but that's the only other card I'm, like, absolutely needing out of this set. Everything else is just, okay, let's see what direction I take today. But Trish is super good. We definitely needed to get hold of that. Alright, there's the power cell I was looking at before. It's like, technically could be used in Blackwings, but would be very bad to do so. We don't need that power boost. There's another one of the Fabled, dude. If that was Cerberol, I'd be good. But it's not, so I'm not. Alright, next up. Naturia Landoise, okay. That is one that I was looking for today. So, happy with that. We need Exterio, though. Fabled Unicorn, okay. I mean, if we get the Cerberol, I mean, I don't think I've got enough of the other ones, right? I've got Ganashia, but I've got like one or two, maybe two Catsifs in this first half, but I don't have the Cerberol, and I don't have the Chara, I don't think. The one that actually like specials itself, like when by discarding stuff. That's also this one. That's also a super rare. So I was like, yeah, we should probably be getting this by now. But we need a playset of that too if we want to actually do Fabled today. Which again, I probably don't, but especially not when this is the one that I'm getting the whole time. Man, oh man, okay. That's 3 copies of the boss dude. Right, yeah, it's not very impressive at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. We got most of what's needed. I need Birdman. That's the only thing I've not actually seen yet, I don't think. And that's a super rare, so like, come on dudes, where is it? Getting all just the same stuff with it that we really don't need. It's another one of the level 8, which, no. Probably not going to be playing that. Yeah, nothing really too fancy. I mean, the general's kind of neat, but probably not summoning it. Did get another thing there. We've only got 4 packs left, though, so probably not playing Fable today, unfortunately. I did have a deck sort of getting set up for it, but didn't actually pull the stuff, so whatever. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about not having Birdman here. This is not great. 1 pack left to get it, too. How has that happened? Man, okay. Well, for the first time in a while, I've had a surplus of a secret. It's not Trish, funnily enough, but I don't think I got Birdman, did I? Unless it was, like, early in and I missed it. No, so I think that's gonna have to be the trade afterwards here. Okay, that's unfortunate. I think that might change plans a bit here. I was gonna consider playing Blackwing, but I don't think I can justify that if I don't have Ally Birdman here. Because I don't have Triple Gale. So that's weird, but okay. Alright, so what can we do then? We've got Triple Mantis. I could try and rebuild Naturia. I didn't get Exterio either. Oh, fuck. I just realized that. Oh, no. Oh, that's tragic. I didn't get Exterio either. Damn it. Oh, okay. Well then. That's a little bit unfortunate. I forget, was there a secret red Dragoonity that I needed in this set that I didn't get? I don't think so, but I also don't think I definitely don't want to play Dragoonity without the Birdman here as well. Alright, anyway, view collection. Huh. Yeah, that could have gone better, but I mean, I only got 1 brand to start too. Ideally, without the structure deck, I would have wanted to. I didn't get Primus either, did I? No, that was also a secret. The level 5 Wing Beast that like specials from deck. Yeah, which I wouldn't normally play, but considering we don't have the structure deck, that would have been one to look at. Yeah, that's not super great. Yeah, no Genex Ally Birdman. Rip me. Okay, also didn't look like I got very many first edition packs at all here, which is kind of fun. Because I don't actually care for that, I just want the... Seems I got plenty of hedgehogs, so I did get the Flamvells stuff I would want. I haven't got a Flamvell deck built though, I would need to, like, actually look at that fully. Yeah, as far as the Fables go, we got no Cerebral whatsoever, so there's no way that we can play that deck. That's unfortunate. I would have tried it, even though I don't have Rajin. I would have tried it, but at least we hit the Trish. That's the main thing. Yeah, I'm not sure. What do we actually use off of this? Okay, I need to curtail that. I need to do, which one is it? That one. I need to bring this back up here. Uh-oh. What's up? Kib said like 6 minutes ago, we have a problem. What's up, dude? Seems to have been fixed. So the pack opening crashed on it multiple times. Oh shit. Kib's had a lot of issues with the site, which I have not been seeing in the slightest. He's managed to get 24 packs open, it seems now, but like, yeah, he's had multiple crashes off it. Okay, anyway, let's go in. So what do we play? Okay, so initially I was thinking we'll play Blackwing in this pot, because Kib did give me the Kalutes and the last Borer that I needed, as well as his Armed Wing in trade for the 6-am stuff. So I was going to play this deck. But I think I actually, at the moment, because I only have the Blizzard, 2 Gale, I think I actually need Birdman in order to make this deck work, like the way I want it to. Because I need that one extra tuner to really solidify this. So I actually don't think I can play it in this pod. I need to wait until I get the trade-in for it. I can't... It's so frustrating when you miss, like, the card that you only need one copy of, and it's the lowest rarity in the set. It's so frustrating to miss it. Equally, I do have it in here, but I can take it out. It's not that important in this deck. So, I could just play this. It isn't that vital to have Birdman in this deck. The only reason I put it in is because it could work with special summons and whatnot, like summon it like Rescue Cat or something and then sub out one of the dudes to bring it in. I just wanted an extra tuner and it seemed like it would fit the bill. But I don't actually need it for this deck, so I think I could play this. I think the only catch is that I'm probably, other than Trish, I don't think I'm using any of the cards that we opened out of this set. But I mean, maybe that's not such a bad thing in the end. Welcome back, Bertus. I know you said stuff before and I didn't acknowledge it because I was busy on other parts, but welcome back. Yeah, I'm just looking and seeing is there anything that I would want to play from here. Yeah, I could take a Fabled Beast Tuner instead. Yeah, actually, that seems pretty okay. So the tuner, I would need to use Catsif. Or Katsif, whatever you... The Fabled Katsif, right? No, it is Catsif. I got it right the first time. Yeah, because Charbot doesn't do anything when you can't discard other Fableds. So, yeah, I think that would be the way around I'd do it. Is to... I'd have to tech in that as, like, the other tuner here. I mean, at least that I could use with Graceful Charity or something, whereas the other one just doesn't work. The only problem is the extra deck in this one is very, very tight, and I don't know how I'm gonna fit Unicorn in here. Yeah, that's a problem. I guess I could just take out, like, Cybersaurus. I just really wanted to fit the option for Instant Fusion, to have, like, either of them come up. Decisive Armor should probably get cut. I just figured level 10 was actually a bit easy to go into in this deck. Especially if I have to cut one of my only level 3 tuners. 9 is fine, but not as easy to go into as 10 is here. But it's probably the best thing to cut, as much as I would want to keep it. Yeah. Yeah, I think we do that. And then Unicorn comes in as well. Okay, so side deck has not obviously been built on this one yet because I wasn't necessarily planning on going through this, but let's go through the main deck anyway because there's some decent like things to look at here. So one of the things Kib traded me in response to the 6-ham pickups was my remaining playset makers of the Nordic Beast monsters here. So I think I only actually pulled one Goldfax. I pulled 2 of this one, which I am not going to try and pronounce, the level 3 one. Like, I have not got the tongue to pronounce that. So the idea of this, if he has a Synchro monster in play, I can Cyber Dragon this out, like special summon it as is. It's just a level 4 Synchro that's like, level 4 tuner even, that's pretty okay in its own right though. And, you know, that's fine though, because we've got Summoner Monk, so I can special it from the deck with that. But I can also special it from the deck with the one who I will not pronounce. Because, like, if a monster gets killed in battle, I can special summon this, like, in defense position. But if this goes from defense to attack, I can special a Nordic Beast from my deck, except another one of these. So I can actually use this to special summon this guy out. And that's level 7, I can go into the Scrap Archfiend or Black Rose Dragon, or Ancient Fairy Dragon. I really wanted to fit Ancient Sacred Wyvern in here too, but I haven't had the space for it. I feel like I might have to cut the Cybersaurus as much as I want it for Instant Fusion plays. But yeah, that's the general idea, is that these two synergize quite well and go into level 7s, which is pretty good. And also, this being level 4, I can special summon it, or Scrap Beast, but mostly it, off of Summoner Monk, and make level 8s as well. So, Scrap Dragon has been a pretty damn strong monster for me for a while, and also the Archfiend, right? But if I have a level 1 tuner as well, then I can use, like, Summoner Monk and go into Rescue Cat. I don't even have to, like, sack the Rescue at that point. Yeah, I might not need all of them, I guess. Ancient Fairy Dragon would probably be the one that gets cut at that point. Like, Scrap Archfiend definitely needs to stay. And then otherwise, like, if I'm not using Goldfax, it's going to be Landoise that comes out, right? So maybe that's the way to go. But yeah, like, Glow Bulb and now Catsif will be in here to also get extra, like, lower level stuff out here. I don't actually have Magical Android in here. There's another cut that I had to make. Because, I mean, level 5 Naturia Beast is the way to go, right? If I have Rescue Cat, then I'm going into Elephant plus Mind Mole. Or, and here's the other reason why like, Rescue Cat works super well here. This guy can also get summoned off of it. And it's also Earth. Unlike Goldfax, which is Light, this guy being Earth, and this one as well, but mostly this guy, because this one has a Destroy by Battle effect I'd want to trigger. This guy lets me go into Naturia Beast really easily. So, yeah. And then I guess the other option now is we have another Beast Tuner that we can run with the Fabled Captive that will let me go into level 4s for Unicorn. And Unicorn might be able to close out some games by itself as well. It is pretty dang ridiculous when it sets up the same hand thing, right? So, there's a lot of Synchro-based stuff going on with it. Summoner Monk has got a lot of spell targets as well that you can remove to get Rescue Cat to go into like big plays from there. There's not. This guy does go in graveyard, like it activates in graveyard, so even if it was posterada, blah blah blah. Now there's nothing stopping me doing that. So there's plenty of dumb shit that can happen with it. This is an option to go into. It's there are plenty of those. Usually it's going to be Mind Maul Elephant at the start of the game to get Natty Beast online as fast as possible, but there are more diverse options that can get played as well. As you say, run this guy into a monster, get the 2 tokens by getting it destroyed in battle, and that's 6 levels instead of 3. You can go into some dumb stuff with that. Yeah, Unicorn is obviously possible with things here. Airbellum is of course still very good for the same, like summoning level 3s, etc. So there's lots of really, really fun stuff that can be done with the Rescue Cat in this set, in this particular deck. So I think it's going to be kind of fun. Otherwise, we've got Scrap Beast as another level 4. It's Earth, that's why I play it here, because again, with these being Earth, and Mind Maul, I guess, as well, these would give an option. I wanted another tuner monster that could be played with Summoner Monk, and this being Earth kind of lends, and Beast initially was important. Probably going to put Horn of the Phantom Beast in the side deck, but like Beast is initially an important thing to me to have, so I wanted this to go with Horn of the Phantom Beast. That's why I played that instead of something like Rose, like Warrior of Revenge, etc. Because yeah, this thing can be a bit of a liability in some ways, but really it's used for the synchro part, right? With Summoner Monk, so that's fun. I think we've basically gone over all of it at this point. Glow Bulb is here because it's Earth and it can res itself, of course. Goes into Natty Beast well, mostly with Rescue Cat, but it can also go into Barkion and stuff like that with a few other bits here, so, it's the fact of its Nerf tuner is kind of important. Plus, I just want more tuners because we have Triple Book of Moon in here. Hey, Baron. Decking's going okay. I missed out on Genex Ally Birdman, which I really wanted for today. I wanted to play Blackwings, and I wanted Birdman for that, because I don't have 3 Gale. I was subbing, in my testing, I've been subbing Birdman with a 3rd Gale, and it's been really good. But I didn't pull it, so we're going to have to get that after the set. But other than that, we're playing Nordic Beast stuff today. This should be interesting. So yeah, spell card wise, there's a lot of spells because Summoner Monk needs to discard a spell card in order to actually special summon something out of the deck. So there's a lot which are good, but not always necessary to play around. For example, I'm playing triple Mystical Space Typhoon in this deck, not because I want to resolve 3 of them, but because this is an ideal enough target to discard with Summoner Monk, and I can special out a dude with that if the situation arises. So we got 2 Book of Moon. It's mostly spell protection in this one. I don't have enemy controller, that's Kib that's got 2 of those. But we've got the 2 Book of Moon, we've got Forbidden Lance, which I just traded for, and the Mirror Force and like 2 Torrential Tributes, my protection stuff. But we've got more spell-based stuff to resolve in here, which is quite handy. Triple Brain Control, because we're playing a lot of tuner monsters in this deck. I kind of did this with the Naturia, like in the side deck. Kip has had triple stealing cards for the longest time here. I have had none of them outside of Brain Control. And yeah, I've used Brain Control a couple of times, but I think this deck is going to abuse it more than like most others that I could use, or that I have like looked at so far. With maybe Quick Draw as an exception, but like Quick Draw has a hard time fitting it in. This deck needs extra spell procs anyway, or extra spells to discard for Summoner Monk, so triple Brain Control just like makes sense here. So we'll go with that. And then the usual staples, the Dark Hole, Graceful, Duster, Monster Reborn. Avarice is still here because it's a +1. It's pretty handy too. You get a lot of these in the graveyard fairly quickly, so I think Avarice could work, but you could also just pitch this with Summoner Monk. It's not mandatory to get it early. Pot of Greed, Premature Burial because we want to revive stuff as per usual, and Regeki here as well. The only outlier is Instant Fusion, which Instant Fusion is here specifically to get the Earth monsters out here. Carbonala Warrior and Cybersaurus both work very well with Glow Bulb to allow me to get into Naturia, Beast, or Barkion that way. Speaking of the side deck, yeah, we do have the 2 fusions for instant fusion targets. Ally of Justice Catastor, because level 5s are not that hard to go into here. If Naturia Beast is not the main target, then this would be a very good secondary, right? Does deals with everything that isn't a dart deck, which is like every deck except Blackwings at this point, I think. And Kib traded me Blackwings, so he's not going to be playing that. Ancient Fairy Dragon is probably cuttable. I have it because it's a 3k butt. I will be honest. That does come up sometimes. It can be hard to out 3000 defense. So, but I don't know. This is probably cuttable if I wanted to get like Ancient Sacred Wyvern or something in here. Black Rose, because this deck makes level 7s relatively easily. Like Rescue Cat alone doesn't do it, but it's not too hard to get into 7s here. Black Rose does give me an out to removal. Like Goldfax plus like this guy would be a way out, right? Or Mind Maul, something like that. Brionic is still Brionic. It still is a problem solver that doesn't fall to Stardust Dragon, which is something that's a bit hard to come by. The Naturias, we got the 1 Barkion and the 2 Beast. These are the Naturias that I have, basically, and the 1 Landoise as well, because we did pull that today as well. These all do various negation stuff. Beast is the best one because it negates spells and is basically free. Barkion uses the resources that Beast puts in the graveyard to negate traps, and since you don't have to negate as many traps as spells usually, that is fine. And then Landoise works because Summoner Monk also kind of does deals with the spell stuff here. Extra spells to discard can also be used for this to negate monster effects. So, kind of good there. Then we got the 2 scraps, Scrap Archfiend and Scrap Dragon. I am not playing Scrap Twin Dragon or any shit like that. I am not relying on this thing to get that out, so nuts to that. Stardust Dragons here. We don't have Shooting Star because Formula Synchron's kind of impossible to make in this deck, so we don't care about that bit, but Stardust is still ridiculous. Fabled Unicorn is the new addition to go with Catsif, because I could rescue Cat into Unicorn if that comes up. And then Trish is, of course, the brand new addition for the set, because it was named Trishula's Triumph after all, and it isn't too difficult for this deck to go into it as a level 9. So, especially if I like Brain Control, one of his level 4s, then it should be relatively straightforward to go into it. So yeah, that's main deck off it. This was a deck in construction, so I have not actually built the side deck yet. I can go over some of the stuff I was thinking of to go, yeah, like, so the Pit of Brain stuff here, right? So, Chaos Trap Hole is a leftover when this deck was reimagined from, like, the very first Quick Draw deck that I was building, so this can go. We're not playing enough Light and Darks right now, I don't think, for it to be, I mean, Kib could play Light Swan, but I don't think he will. And even if he does, like, I don't think I need Chaos Trap Hole for it here. Breaker is here because it's really good for spell trap removal, obviously. I do have the MSTs and stuff, so this could get cut. But, you know, unless I need the space for something else, it's going to be there. Dandelion is just really good in general. Maybe not so good in this deck, but it is pretty damn strong at, you know, just getting tokens and keeping board presence and things going here. So, it's still a good card to have around. It just might not be the greatest deck for it. Triple Veiler, I did initially play Effect Veiler in the build here as like the extra tuners, but then I kind of realized it doesn't really synergize with anything, but Effect Veiler is still too good for the side deck not to have, I think, because we do maybe 3 is excessive, but I think we definitely need at least 2 of these, because being able to just shut off an effect that Kib plays. Say if he did go Light Swan and like Judgment Dragon comes down, by god I need to negate that thing. So I think this is kind of important to have. Confiscation is one I think I had in the main deck, and then I took it out for Lance. Or the third, no, it's the third Brain Control is what I took it out for. Confiscation is of course stupid strong, and could still be usable with Summoner Monk even if it's late game and he doesn't have cards in hand. But I don't know, it's like, it's hard to fit it, is the thing. Like, maybe I could take out the Tarantula and put it in and just go for the proactive thing for it. That could be a way. I feel like I might be a little bit low on defense if I do that, though. I don't know. We'll give another spell proc, I guess, that would be something. Dark Core is something which I've been looking at playing in a couple of these decks at this point, because Stardust Dragon is a pain in the ass when it comes out, and this card deals with Stardust because it doesn't destroy the monster. It just straight up banishes it. So yeah, it's got a discard cost and that is heavy, but you can just nuke this. Like, you could just nuke them with it, because Stardust takes a lot of resources to get out most of the time, outside of Starlight Road, which I do need to fit in here as well, but we'll get there. Stardust takes a lot of resources to get out, and if you just nix those resources straight away with Dark Core, right, it's usually like a 2 for 2 or a 2 for 3, something along that sort of line. Depends how many monsters were played to get the dragon out. And like, the fact that Dark Core doesn't destroy it kind of gets around a bunch of things. Like, it also can potentially get around the stuff like Starlight Road, which we are starting to see a little bit more here. Yeah, because especially Kib has got 2 Stardust Dragons, right? So, yeah, I think it's kind of good. Painful Choice doesn't work as well in this deck because I don't want my cards to go to graveyard. So I actually will probably cut this out the side deck, but it was in the deck initially, so, you know, it's like when I'm building the decks, I usually dump stuff to the side that I'm considering, but don't end up, you know, like, often don't end up using, but I think Painful is gonna go. Scapegoat was in the initial, like, quick draw list. I could see it being good here because you still synergize with, like, Scrap Beast to get Naturias out, or Elephant, something like that. I think Scapegoat could actually still do work, and probably, realistically speaking, I didn't want to get rid of it entirely. God, I hate how, like, finicky this is sometimes. Realistically, I think this would actually be the play, is to ditch one of the Torrentials to the side deck and put Scapegoat in. Because worst case scenario, Scapegoat gets discarded with Summoner Monk and I just summon, like, Stardust Dragon or something. Best case scenario, I actually use the Scapegoat and we're able to tune it with Scrap Beast and stuff like that. So I actually think it's worth it. And then, originally, again, Upstart Goblin. It's another one of those cards that you could just pitch with Summoner Monk and not really feel bad. But if you're desperate for more resources, Upstart does let you draw out. I could see it, honestly, I just don't know what I'd take out. It would probably be something like one of the MST. Or Avarice. Maybe Avarice. But I really like the idea of recycling my dudes back in. So I don't know if I could justify taking Avarice out for it. But, I mean, there's the temptation. So that's more or less what I was looking at for the stuff here. And I think most of it is pretty fine. Cat meows you, what do you do? Meow back! Yeah, as much as I like Confiscation, I don't think I'm playing it here. Maybe I should, actually. No, maybe I should side it. Because if I'm going first... If I'm going first, like, guaranteed, like, I'm... Although it's not even guaranteed, because Kid might want to go first with the deck he plays. I don't know. Oh dear. Let a cat play in the sink. Yeah. If cat continues to meow, feed the cat. Yeah, so my body I think is something that I do want in here as well. Because we have got a lot of destruction based stuff going at the moment. To my body is pretty reasonable. I think some trap cards should probably make their way in here as well. Bottomless Trap Hole, I have the 1 copy of that. That should probably go in. And then Starlight was the other one I do want. I still like the idea of the Veiler. I still think the Veiler's fine. I want Dark Horn. Oh, yeah, Black Horn is probably the other obvious one, isn't it? Honestly, am I ever going to side into Upstart? Absolutely not. So, I have 2 copies of Black Horn of Heaven. We can fit that in as well. Get rid of the Inherents. Oh, Phantom Beast. Right. Horn of the Phantom Beast. I got it, yeah. I was mentioning it before, so... I did mention it. It's like, yeah, I kind of want this in potentially in the side. Because it does work very well with Naturia Beast and Unicorn. You always, for some reason, want to put one Treeborn Frog in. Yeah, I don't think Treeborn really works in this deck. I mean, I don't have a lot of stuff that I'd be setting, but it doesn't synergize either, right? There's not really much that I'm going to want a level 1 Duder for in this one. That's the reason 1-for-1 is not in here, because yeah, I've got Glow Bulb and I guess now Catsif, but like I don't really have anything that I need 1-for-1 type targets for, so... Okay. I think, as cool as Dark Core is, I probably should cut it. Nah, fuck it, we're gonna play it. No, not main deck. Right, and I mean, this deck is good at making 8s because of this, right? But I don't think that's a good enough justification to play Treeborn. Because you know what I probably would actually want to play instead of that if I was going down that sort of route? Is I would probably want to play this guy and play like another level 4 non-tuner or something. Yeah, we've already got access to Trish in other ways, so... So I think this is reasonable enough. Because I mean, Breaker might be the one thing that I'm like, because Breaker doesn't get its effect if you use it with Summoner Monk, so I could probably, with the fact that I'm main decking triple MST, like, Breaker doesn't need to be here. As crazy as that might sound, he doesn't really need to be here. I'm probably not subbing out to too many monsters in this most of the time. Maybe like one Goldfax or something with a Veiler. Yeah, order is always a pain in the ass. Order, yeah. Which I guess, yeah, Breaker would be decent for that. Yeah, you know what? It probably is worth it. Yeah, we're gonna fit him back in. Alright. Yeah, so I think this is what we're gonna try today. I have done Beast stuff before with Crystal Beast, actually. That was pretty cool, but I think this is a very different sort of style for it. Because the Crystal Beast, you wanted to keep like accumulating the advantage off of it. This one is much more explosive, I think. Yeah, I kind of like it, to be honest. Oh, the other reason I guess Confiscation shouldn't be main decked here is if I am also playing like Instant Fusion and Triple Brain Control, I'm already going to be taxing life points a little bit with that. So it's, and you know, my body is sighted, which it gets a bit scary at that point. It's like, yeah, I'm starting to tax my life points a lot if I play like everything that way. So the only other thing that I could see that I would want inside deck here would be Trap Stun. Because you could Trap Stun against Starlight Road. That would make it a bit easier to use like Duster, Regeki, etc. Which is probably where nixing these is going to come in, but I really don't want to. Dark Horror is cool, and I kind of want to, you know, like, try it out. It is a -1, though, and I have been trying to avoid that as much as possible. I could see me cutting them. I could see me cutting them. I mean, we do basically have some time here, because Kib did have a lot of issues with the site crashing, so... So I've told him I'm pretty much ready, but obviously take your time, because he had a lot of issues, so... Oh, Compulse is the other thing too. Oh, god damn it. Compulse is the other thing I would really like for the side, wouldn't it? Because it's not... I mean, if I'm gonna go down that sort of route, Compulse is probably the better play. I just wanted Dark Core because it was a spell, so I could pitch it for Summoner Monk if I wanted to, because this is starting to get into, like, too many traps inside, right? Like, maybe I don't actually have Starlight Road in this one. It seems kind of blasphemous, though, when we know Duster, TT, Mirror Force, Regeki, Darkhold, right? It seems blasphemous not to include it. But at the same time, if I'm not going to main deck it... No, it's the ideal side deck card, though. God. Can probably get away with 2 Veiler. Side deck the 2 stuns. And get Starlight back in here. Okay, Kib is basically ready, so let's do that. Alright. Oh, man.
Got it, so just give me a second.
Yep, that's fine. So I am marginally sad with this one, because there are 2 cards I was looking for that I missed, and I can't trade for both of them. Maybe you'll have, like, super spares of one of them, though, because one of them was a super rare. So I'm a little bit annoyed at that, but...
all I can... Okay, sorry.
That's alright.
Caught the warning on my screen here. Yeah, that was not a happy moment occasion there for a good solitary minute.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you for a little bit.
So what happened, I'll just try to make it, like, try to put it out here. What happened was that I had started trying to back. I was in, like, maybe 17 out of 24. Then all of a sudden it popped up a warning that said, data not found. Talk to me here in this website. Which was the Twitter. And it did that for 7 tries.
I have never seen that. Wow.
Yeah, I can actually, I need to send an image to you, actually.
Yeah, do that for sure. That is, like, holy hell.
Yeah, because I've not seen that before.
The only thing that I saw today, I saw one page that was one of the Genex things, Genex Magma, when I went to look at that in my collection, that came up with a, you know, the cloud hosting error when that page in the site is down. Yeah, I've not seen that. I've seen something similar, but I haven't seen that exactly before. That is dang.
Yeah, and there was no way for it to load up anything, so I had to choose set, and then go back to it again and choose 24 packs and do it again. And it did that several times before I started thinking in the end here, you know, maybe I need to open like 5 packs and then just add in the collection and then just do that.
Yeah.
And then just do that again until I get to 24 packs. Because that was getting ridiculous.
I can imagine, yeah, that does not sound fun. You've had a lot of issues with this site in general compared to what I've had.
As of late, definitely. I've definitely had a lot more annoyances in this site. I wish I knew why.
Hey. Alright. You know what? I'll let you have first crack, I think.
Oh gee, whatever will I do? This isn't really great draw here. Alright, I'm just gonna set one and pass.
Ooh, okay. You know, kinda right back at you, buddy. I don't know. I'm gonna set a spell trap as well, but I am just going to leave it at that. I'm not super impressed. I'll say it that way.
Impressive, Starfox. Well, now I gotta do it then. I'm going to set that.
Okay.
Do I want to do that though? Statistically speaking, what's the odds of me running into a big old trap like Nerf Wars right now? Pretty damn good.
If history has taught us anything, it's pretty damn good.
Alright, well, I am actually going to summon...
Fabled round 3. Okay, yep.
Fabled Ganassia. He's
Yep.
Angry Elemental.
Uh-huh.
Senor Elefante. Battle phase, Senor Elefante will try to attack.
Okay, it is stronger, but it's not gonna kill it. We have Mind Maul coming out here.
First time destroy battle, it is not destroyed. Nah. Alright. Then main 2. No, I'm just gonna enter on that.
Alright. Now this is interesting. Okay, so my first turn was not through lack of options, just through not sure what option to take. We're gonna do Mystical Space Typhoon on your back row here.
Meh.
Okay. Let's see. So we do that. I can go...
You know, I just not realized there's some cards in here I'm missing at this point, and I'm already sad by that.
Oh no. What is it, ones that you have that you wanted to put in?
Yeah, I forgot to put them in. But, I'll just roll with this. I'll just roll with what I got now.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we've probably, I don't know if we will by this point, time after this, we'll see. Okay, right.
We have like an hour right now.
Yeah, so I gotta think, just gotta think a set of how exactly I need to do this. So we go, that, so do that.
How do I want to kill you?
Kind of. Okay, alright, we're gonna play Summon a Monk. This goes into defense. And then I'll use the effect. We will discard a spell card. And is that okay?
Yep.
Just making sure I don't get Veiled here, because that is kind of important before I go into the deck. So, level 4, we are going to get Rescue Cat.
Kitty.
Alright. And then, before I sack Kitty off, because I will still have space, I'm going to play Brain Control.
Ooh. Now who's in charge?
Yeah! How's it feel? I mean, what? Okay, we're going to use the effect of Rescue Cat. We're going to sack this off. And we are going to get this Nordic, which I am not going to try and pronounce, and X-Saber Airbellum.
To this Nordic, not that Nordic, but this Nordic.
Yeah, there's two that have got similar names. This one's like Joster at the end, and the other one isn't a Nisera or something. And then we're going to do 3, 6, and 9, because we've got to bring him out. Here it comes, Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. So when this is Synchro Summon, you banish 1 card each from the opponent's hand, field, and graveyard. It does not have to be face up, so yeah, we're going to ditch the Fabled, we're going to ditch the... Yep, banish that, Fabled from the graveyard, the Duder, I should probably just do itself or whatever, and then a random card out of your hand. So starting from this side, this will be 1. So it'll be 1, 2, 3 going across. So we'll roll, and it is 1. So yeah,
that is a good one.
And it gets banished. Not that it matters too much, but just as the thing for it. Okay, and then battle phase. This will hit for 27. Go ahead. Kind of blows a lot of the field here, but honestly, Trish is worth it. Considering Trish is worth.
Trish is worth.
Okay. Standby and main. Okay, how much am I gonna get destroyed by Tarantula here? Probably quite a bit, but I'm gonna try it anyway. I am going to normal summon the Fabled Catsif.
Well, there's your cat, Fabled. Yep, that's fine.
Okay, I am going to set 1, because this is kind of important at this point. We're going to sync for 4. And we're going to get out the Fabled Unicorn.
Huh.
Okay, any response?
No response, no.
Because the Mind Mole chains here and we draw a card, because this is actually still a beast as well, so we draw a card. That's going to give us the same number of cards in hand, so at this point I'm safe to go battle phase and hit.
For 5,000.
I should have put this in attack as well, I'm stupid. Whatever, it doesn't matter, I've done it now. I should have put it in attack, but I'm dumb, so who cares, go ahead. I just realized it's like, yeah, he could attack. I honestly haven't ever attacked with Summoner Monk, so I was like, yeah, he could do stuff, I forgot about that. Whoops.
So, give me just a second here. Family matters.
Aww.
That's exactly why. This is gonna be a weird way of doing this, but I'm gonna try it. Right, let's normal summon. Yes, let's normal summon.
Yep. This destroys my battle. Yep, okay.
Right, we'll set 1 card.
Yep. That's the way
Now, while
around
I
it.
have no cards in hand.
Yep, that is pretty good. Avarice and Mirror Force go.
Mirror Force, yeah.
Yeah, so because I was going to draw a card from Mind Mole, I needed to set the other one that I had in hand.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't want to... I could have actually played it, but I didn't want to draw more and then not be able to block out like Mirror Force or something. So...
Yep. Alright, well, battle phase. Fabled Kokotor will try to attack someone.
Yep, and that will go.
Enter.
Alright. Not exactly what I want to see off of that, but... Okay, well, I mean, this will still work. It'll just be weird. Normal summon Goldfax.
Goldfax. Faxing.
Yep, that's right. And we're going to sync that with the Unicorn. Sync for 8. Go into Stardust. It's the best way I've got to stop Mirror Force, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to hit with Trish, and that hopefully will be that. Yeah. I duffed up badly, but it doesn't... I guess Unicorn kind of really messes things up that way, anyhow, so it's not... So if nothing else, we got to see the sort of way that you have to play around Unicorn in the end, which is interesting. Yeah, Trish kind of helped a little bit. Yeah. Let's be honest, Trish was pretty good. Time for a change of pace. I just go to DM for proudly on going quiet, Eggman. Thank you.
Quiet, Eggman.
Thank you for getting that immediately.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure this works here. So I'm going to discard a card, which will be Pegasus's.
Yep.
To special summon
Yep.
Chawan from the hand.
Yep.
Since Pegasus was discarded, you can special summon and face down on the field.
Correct. Yep. All of this is special summons so far.
Yep. And really can't do much else, so...
Okay. And then, of course, his immediate thing after that is get a load of this, because of course it is.
One day.
Okay, Huh. Well, see, this is a weird one, because that kind of didn't go how I thought it was going to in the turn 1 here. Okay, but I can still do something reasonable enough? Is that really the right play here, though, given what... I guess it is, because you'd be able to flip the stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna Dark Hole.
Sensei.
I was kind of worried about Starlight Road, but I think that's still fine. Okay, normal summon the monk.
Yep.
That goes to defense. We will use the monk to discard Book of Moon. Special out the kitty once again.
Yep.
Send the kitty to the graveyard here for... I mean, I kind of want to keep that one in deck. Yeah, we're gonna get Airbellum and the... Where is he? This guy.
A beast and a beast. Well, on those summons...
Yeah, two more face up at the same time. Send the grave, send opponent's hand and deck to the graveyard that have the same name. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty good. So you will get to see that first.
And you have the other North Beast. Yep.
Yeah. So that goes, and then I've got to get rid of the other one out of deck as well. I might only have one Airbellum, but I do have 3 copies of this guy thanks to you. So. Alright, well that kind of messes things up a bit. Go ahead. I knew I should have dusted first, but I was hoping to get Barkion out so I could just like null whatever comes in there, but yeah, I got greedy. That's fine.
Yeah, well. Alright, let's set a monster and enter in there.
Ooh, I might still get away with it after all, then. Okay, well, I suppose I need to normal summon this. I mean, you knew it was there,
yep.
But that's fine. Yeah, let's just go battle and just try and hit. I don't think these things got too much defense, right? Yeah, no, they don't.
No.
So, the main two... I mean, Sinking's probably not bad. Stardust is a good card. But if it gets... no, Snatch Steal's not too bad off it. Yeah, we're gonna sink. And bring out Stardust. Set one, and end there. Yo, Ranko, thanks for the host.
Set one and pass.
Okay. Yeah, just gonna hit.
If you're going straight to battle phase,
yeah,
before
going to
the
battle
end of your
phase,
main
yeah.
phase.
Ah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'd be way too quick off of that. I just.
Yeah.
It's one of those things again. I don't necessarily think of like Valor here. Well, that kind of telegraphs the thing that I don't want to deal with, huh? So, alright then, no damage for you.
You're still in main phase 1, technically, so you haven't gone to battle phase.
I guess that's true. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna take it this way because it's my fault for playing too fast. Like, yeah, I understand that. I could have gone back and played the thing off it, but it's my fault for playing too fast off it because I didn't think you would actually fail at that. Considering that's alright though.
Yeah.
That doesn't do what I want here. Yeah, let's just attack.
And I'll have to activate it.
Yeah, which I will sack to thingy here. Okay. What to do with that? I mean, that is an option. I just don't really think it's that good. When does this come back again? It's like end of turn. Okay. Yeah, no, we're fine with that. We'll just bring this back in end phase and leave it there. Yep.
Right. Well, let's flip summon.
Okay.
Then he's going to be attributed.
Here we go. Yeah, the big guy. That's the one.
Yep,
28.
he's the one. He's a big boy, 2800.
Yep.
But the question here is either I don't attack and risk you having like a dark hole right Geiki and just finish me off right away, or if I attack then you have a mirror force and I'm just dead anyway. I'll have to go for it. Battle phase, Naturia will try to attack.
That is fine.
Interesting. Alright.
End phase Scapegoat.
Scapegoat. That is a quick play, not a normal spell.
Yep. To the grave it goes. Alright, so boop and boop. Because now we can go normal summon Goldfax. And because these, obviously, because it was played in your end phase, so... Yeah, the beast part isn't super important here because I don't have that, like, Tricorn card, but I can pitch them all to...
Not Tricorn, but oh, it's Earth Tuner, no. Sorry, I thought it was...
Yeah... The one disadvantage with Goldfax is that it is a light instead of Earth, so I can't play a Naturia card, but I can put Scrap Dragon on the field, which we are going to set one so I can use the effect of the dragon so I don't lose it here. I'm going to pitch the Duster and destroy the Fabled, and battle phase we will hit for 28. Alright, go ahead. The question is, what do I do from here if this gets destroyed right now? What do I do? Because I don't actually know. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good way of starting off. We're going to play when it eventually comes down. Bother grade.
Yep.
So, boop, boop. Huh. Well, that's weird. Like, so 28, that puts you down at... Yeah, okay, that should work. It's do I use? Yeah, no. I think this is the way. So we're going to set the card. I'm going to use the.
As you set the card.
As I set the card, yeah. Vela, yeah. Okay, that's probably fine for me. Yeah, because this would target, so these would not get destroyed at this point. That's probably fine. Okay. It will stop you from dying this turn, though, I'm pretty sure. So I suppose what I should probably do instead, then, is play to a different out. So we are going to play Instant Fusion. Take the 1000. And we are going to technically Fusion Summon. Don't ask me how that happens, but whatever. We're going to technically Fusion Summon the... Yeah, he's probably fine. We're going to put Carbonala Warrior out. And then we have the tuner in hand, the Elephant. So these will sync for 6 plus Earth. Or is it 6? Wait, I need to do some math. This is a fucking 100 short if I do it that way around. Rip. Okay, I guess we're doing it this way then. We're putting Barkion in play. I wanted to go Brionic, but it's 100 off lethal, and I don't. It's not quite good enough. Dang it. All right, battle phase. We will hit with the Barkion and Curse. Okay, and then 28 there. Yeah, because freaking Brionic is 2300, so it's like just shy. Feels bad. I wanted to play the Naturia Beast so badly there, but I just couldn't because I don't have the one fusion monster that could work with it. Fusionist is one that I missed in Legend of Blue Eyes. It's the only level 3 Earth monster that you can get out the extra deck, at least at the moment. It might actually be in general, and yeah, I didn't get it, so I couldn't Natty Beast here.
Oh, how to approach, how to approach, how to approach. Now, see, if I remember what I had in my deck, that would be one thing, but I don't.
We gotta take a screenshot of the deck beforehand so you can keep it on a different monitor or something.
At this point, I may as well. I'll have to go for it in this case. I'm going to activate. Yeah, I'm going to activate Monster Reborn.
Okay, target?
The Rescue Cat.
Alright, that is fine. You can have that.
So I'll activate his effect then to stack it, and then two level 3 Lord Beasts.
No response. Oh, I think I know what comes out here too.
Yeah, I have to go for this route. Alright, I'm gonna do that. Alright. So I'm going to, it has to be beast type, so it's going to be...
You did get one.
Server out.
Yeah, nice.
And Ganashia.
Oh, okay.
And these two will sync off for 5.
Oh, right. I see where you're going with this. Okay. Yeah, because he gets to draw 2. Right. Okay.
With someone, I have 0 cards, so I can draw 2.
Yep.
Draw until I have 2 cards in hand. Kind of. Actually, that one? No. No, but it can work that way. It can work that way. Right. I'm going to have to activate Dark.
Yep. Okay. No response. Really wish I could have made Natty Beast right now, but you know, again, I just don't. I don't have the instant fusion target for it, so.
Yeah. All right. So then I'm going to declare Kushano's effect then.
Okay.
To discard 1 Fabled monster to the graveyard. Yeah, discard 1 monster to the graveyard.
Yeah.
Which in my hand is the Fabled Pegasus.
Okay.
To add this card to hand.
Right. Yep.
Pegasus is summoned. It's special summoned face down in defense mode.
Correct. Oops.
Then I will summon Kushano.
Yep.
Battle phase, Kushano will try to attack.
11, okay.
And turn.
Alrighty, let's go.
Sorry that took a whole minute, but like
No.
there was a lot to think through. It was like,
There's a lot to go in off of that, yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so where I thought that turn was going was I thought you were going to just use the cat things to sync for 4 and go into that other Fabled Beast one. Not Unicorn, but the one that like, blocks out. Yeah, because it, like, blocks out all destruction whilst you've got no cards in hand. That's where I thought that turn was going.
Well, it's by battle or card effects, which, yeah, that's one thing. But, no, getting more draws out of it is, I think it's a little more important at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally understand why you went down that route too. How did the cards guide me type thing off it, yeah, rather than trying to wait for a draw off it.
Well, now here's the fun part. Let's normal summon Shining Angel.
Oh, hello. Yep.
And we flip summon Pegasus.
Okay.
I don't have any cards in hand, so its effect is not a thing.
Yep.
And then just to make double check here. Yes. All right. So these two will sync off for 5.
Yep. Gets another Rajin out. So you draw 2. Yep.
So I'll draw 2 more cards.
Yeah, this is getting out of hand. Because and you've still got. Okay.
We normal summoned this turn. Yes, we did.
Yes. Yeah, you normal summoned the angel.
I don't think those effects cross because they're both different effects. They both need to activate differently. Yeah, I don't think it works that way. But this is still a move I can do. Give me more options at this point, I guess. Right, I'm going to... I control one Fabled monster up on the field, so I can send Grimoire to the graveyard.
Yep.
To get a Fabled monster from the deck to the hand.
Gives you a search. Yep. Told you this lady was good.
I just had to do... Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of wondering how the hell I get out of this one right now, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting one.
Part of me is like, I should have just gone with a Bionic and dinged it down to 100, but then I wouldn't have had, you know, the card in hand. Maybe that was important. I think that was also a misplay as well, but...
Oh, wait, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. Alright, so I'm gonna get the Fabled Cruise.
Yep. This is the combo.
Yep. Alright, so then, I will discard the Fabled Cruise to special summon...
Oh my god.
Fabled Chawa.
Oh, fuck. Yep.
Now Fabled Cruise's special effects activated.
Yep.
Fabled monster. Graveyard. Now, that's a good question. Which one is a good option? Actually, yeah, that is a good question. What card would be a good option here? Let me see here. That would be a good option. That would be a good option. Right, let's special summon Gymnasia.
Yep.
And then these two will sync for 4.
Right. And on the other side, yeah.
Now, Fabled Unicorn has the effect. We both have 0 cards in hand, so there's that.
Yep. Yeah, you know, I'm looking at the board. I realize this isn't technically over, but I'm looking at the board and I'm like, there's no way I'm getting out of this one with what's here, so I'll give you that. Because I know, even if it's like you bring out Stardust or something off of it, it's like, I can't play an effect next turn because of Unicorn. So it's like, there's really nothing I can do in that spot to, I'm pretty sure there is no card I can draw that would actually get me out of that, so, I was looking at the way that board was set, and as soon as that Cruise effect goes off, it's like, yeah, you got it. Because what can I possibly do with
the cards I'm drawing.
Yeah, I mean, you got very lucky with a Rajin draw too, I'll tell you that right now, but, I mean, hey, it happens.
The cards I drew, like, wow. So that Monster Reborn, I had a hard time debating. Like, even if I Monster Reborn your Stardust Dragon, it would have just been destroyed anyway. It would have been survived from your turn at that end there. So, like, Rescue Cat would have given me my options from my Fabled monsters. So, like, I felt like that was the only way out of that one.
And you know, the fun thing set up there is you got Chaos going. I underestimated Fables as a cat strategy. Like Rescue Cat off of that.
Yeah. Because I realized a bunch of the beast monsters in here are Fables. The Fables are beasts.
Yep, they're all beasts in Hidden Arsenal 4. So that's kind of the idea with it. Yeah, every single one of them is a beast. So you can easily go into stuff there.
Wow, pulled that one out of my ass. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that one.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, it happens with stuff that way. It's yeah,
okay.
The synchros are often a bit of a pain in the butt to make, but then when you put Rescue Cat in play, it's like, oh, suddenly I can get level 4, level 5 real easy, you know?
Yeah, there's options. Yeah. All right. Well, this is the card I was hoping to draw a while ago.
Oh boy. Yep, okay. Right, these will not trigger the Fabled effects.
So that's what I was about to ask here. I don't think it did work because the Fabled monsters specifically say discarded, but they don't say from the hand or from the deck. They just said discarded.
Yeah, and the problem with this, Painful Choices never had a problem-solving card text, rather, as far as I know. Discard from the deck does not exist. We had this conversation with Dark Worlds as well, actually. Discard is strictly from hand to graveyard. So even though it technically says that on there, it's because it's a stupid old dumb card that doesn't have proper thing now because, I mean, it's been banned since forever. There's no reason for it to have had a text errata. And so they didn't know how the hell to write cards in the third set of the game. So, you know, the terminology is not right here. It would be send the remaining cards to the graveyard. So.
Yep, and that's what I figured as much. But, you know, reading the text, I'm like, I don't know if that works.
Yeah. No, again, we had this conversation with the Dark Worlds. Dude, can you imagine if it worked with the Dark Worlds? Yeah, last print was in 2008, and problem-solving card text was in, like, what, at least... Like, it hasn't even technically come out yet. I think it was, like, 2013 or 14 or something. It's in Master Rule 3, right? Oh, maybe it would have been then. No, Master Rule 3 is 2014. I'm not exactly, like, super up on the history stuff a bit there, but I know that it's a lot more recent than it should have been.
And I guess, you know what? I'm actually gonna put in a call off it.
Okay, so we got Probably the least problematic one there is the Pegasus, right? Because obviously you can just discard Cerberol for something. I keep calling it Cerberol, it's not a H there, Cal. I definitely don't give you a Searcher, that's stupid. And then, yeah, the other one is a combo starter, so I think the Pegasus is the choice there. Call of the Haunted is just get the tuner out of the grave for free, so...
Yep.
Oh, July 2011. Oh, so we're not that far away from it then. That's good. That'll make all of them. So it'll be Exceeds format then. That'll make all of the cards from Exceed format onwards a lot easier to discern, because they've got the proper looking text and stuff.
All right. Well, let's normal summon Ganashia.
Yep.
And then turn.
Okay. Right then, no back row is good for me. Let's put a cat down.
Kitty! Yep.
And Kitty is going to go straight down away. As you know, what would be coming off of that? We are going to play the mole and the elephant. And I know you've not got Dartfall down this time. That was a really good play on that, by the way. Really nicely had with that. But this time, Naturia Beast is going to hit the field. No problem.
Beast. Yep.
Alright, now, because I didn't want to draw the Mind Mole, now we play Pot of Greed to draw up. Oh shit. Oh shit, I just do it again. Alright, Premature Burial. Rescue Cat's not once per turn pre-errata, so we may have to fix that. We're coming up, but yeah, it's not once per turn pre-errata. I'll double check because I think I've got the tech stuff. It's not too hard to bring up here, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't once per turn. I think we've had this conversation before as well. You've got the text up as well, right? Okay, yeah. No. Yeah, it's just you can send it.
But like I remember reading it at one point, and it doesn't say once per turn.
Yep, it's just
and even then, it leaves the field, so it's a soft once per turn, isn't it?
No, this one says you can only use this effect of Rescue Cat once per turn. That's the difference between soft and hard. A soft once per turn would just say, once per turn do this. Yeah. This thing explicitly says, no, you can only Rescue Cat once in a turn, right? Or use that effect of it. But that is, as I just looked up, that is pre-errata, so...
Pre-errata, yeah.
We are fine on that. We are going to get out this Goober and Airbellum, so we can sync. Actually, no, because I can attack and use the effect of it too. But that's really bad against Fabled because you just discard someone and get the effect anyway. Fuck that. We're gonna sync this up.
Fuck that.
Just realizing, I'm like, that's a stupid idea. What are you doing? So we're gonna get Barkion out as well.
Yeah.
Alright, set one because I don't need to go main 2 here, and we're gonna swing. Probably should do it the other way around in case of Gauze, but we know Gauze is not a thing we can do at the moment, so it's fine. Oh, yeah, that kind of hurts. Okay.
Honest works too. So
yeah, Honest works
damage.
too. It sure is 1600. Dang. Alright, That's pretty bad. Alright, main 2. Honest is till the end of turn, so I can't even think that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's have a bit of a refresh then. We're gonna Avarice.
Refresh, let's try again.
Yeah, let's try that again, shall we? Alright, so we're gonna put Airbellum. Mole is fine. Natty Beast can go back to extra because I don't want you monster reborning that. That would be bad right now.
Sad day.
That's 3. We'll put... I've still got the Nordic in deck, so we'll put Elephant and Kitty back in. I don't want you reborning that either after last time.
Oh, come on.
No, it's fine.
It just gave me the win, that's all.
Well, yeah, I know. Alright. Doop. And set 1. And end it that. That was really good, though. I honestly didn't quite see that coming. That was good. This is why you don't set until main phase 2, though, because, yeah, I should have, I might have saved that other one in hand, actually.
Yeah.
Because now Duster could be a right pain in the ass, because I did attack with Beast and not Barkion. The other reason I should have done it the other way around. Damn, that was such a sweet turn 1 too, and then Honest is just like, nah, man.
Then all is happening.
It was really cool though, like getting both Naturias out turn 1 is like,
yeah,
oh shit.
Like, not gonna deny that. That was a really good turn.
And as Bounty is DMing me, yep, once more from the top, yep. Didn't expect I was going to be able to use Pot of Avarice on turn 1, but there you go.
I mean, that was really amazing too. Pot of Avarice on turn 1, that's pretty good. Alright, let's normal summon Fabled Kushano.
Yep. So this will be for 6.
Yes. So I'll sync off for 6. And it will be for Brianna.
Alright, on summon, that is going to need to get bombless.
That's what I figured. Alright, well, let's set one and enter.
And on end phase, that's going to get MST. Whoops. Yeah, so this is where it's like I wouldn't have actually set that MST at the in end phase if I didn't if I did things properly, but you know, sometimes stoops happen. Okay, I'm just
Not
gonna.
like I could have activated it, funny enough.
Well, yeah, I would have still had to banish 2 cards at the graveyard, but I've got enough in the graveyard still, even after Avarice, that it's fine. It's 2 cards, not 2 monsters, so I can get rid of Spell's Trap, no problem. Alright, 25. Oh! Okay. Yeah, you put it in defense. Alright, main 2. This seems to be a trend right now.
I'm not making this easy.
No, you shouldn't be. Alright, go ahead. You shouldn't be.
Alright, thankfully that doesn't stop magic cards, so...
Nope, it sure doesn't. That's a good one, too.
So this card has to be banished when it leaves the field, so...
Yes.
You served your purpose.
Yeah, see, this is why, again, I should have attacked with Barkion and not Beast when coming through the previous bit. Because if I hit with Beast instead, that was a weird thing, computer. Could you guys still hear music just out of interest there? Because stuff blinked for a sec off of that, and I want to make sure that, like, my stream stuff has not gone weird with that. You can. Okay, good.
Okay, yeah.
Media player
like
just...
that.
Yeah, media player just decided to blip for a sec.
Alright. Well, I'm going to discard Pegasus to send Kushano back to the hand.
Okay, yep.
Pegasus effect summons in defense mode.
Yep.
Fine here too. Alright, thanks, Brownie. You will reset. Will normal summon Fabled Kushano.
Yep.
Battle phase, Fabled Kushano will try to attack.
Yep, 11.
Playing the whole hand. This is why I still need to try out the Infinity decks.
Oh, that's a good top deck. Oh, man.
Day.
That's a good top deck right now.
Bad day.
Unfortunately, I don't know if there's a lot that I can do off the back of it. I suppose I'll do it. I was kind of hoping to save it, but we'll normal summon Goldfax. And we'll hit for 16. I kind of need to get some damage on the board here. Yeah, you don't have cards and stuff in hand, but that can turn around very quickly here.
Like right now.
Yeah, exactly. Go for it. I might have been a bit too presumptuous on throwing that down, but I also don't want Pegels triggering at any point. Like, I think it could be kind of annoying to go around it, so... Like, yeah, it doesn't trigger the effects and stuff off them, but it's not really something I want to, like, run into here.
Well, let's see how well this works, and let's activate Monster Reborn.
Target.
It's gonna have to be Naturia Barkion.
Yep. This is why I wanted to save him in hand.
Then we'll normal summon Shining Angel.
Oh dear, yeah. This is gonna end really badly. Oh boy.
So now, battle phase. I'm actually gonna have Shining Angel attack the Nordic Beast first.
Yeah, okay. I can understand that.
Take 200, send it to grave, and get my search.
So this will give you... what would be the best target? Probably several, right? Thinking... that depends if you've got another one now. I mean, even the level 7 Synchro is not too bad. But, Because the only problem with Trish is that it needs 3 materials, not 2. So, even getting like Kushano doesn't get you into Trish here, so...
No, it doesn't. And it has to be a 1500 less attack, so it has to be a monster that's, like, not
named Ganashia.
Yeah.
Or Grimbo, I guess, but you would want that in hand anyway.
Yeah. Definitely not Cruz.
No.
I think the only option here is going to be Kushano.
Yeah, okay.
So then now Barkion will attack.
Yeah, 900. Down it goes.
And then Kushano will attack.
Yeah, I really wishing I could have kept that in hand, but I felt like I needed to get some damage off, but would have been a really good special summon next turn. Yeah, all the 9s are really weird at the moment. They need like 3 materials to use. And your Fableds are 8 and 10, so...
Yeah, so I can't summon the other one either. This is still not a bad option, though.
No, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Not sure that's gonna do a lot either, but okay. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to end at that.
I would say that's a pretty good top draw. Kushano is going to be tributed.
Yeah. Okay.
For the Anaria. Now at this point, you could have either Book of Moon, which would still activate. If you have a trap card, he would negate it.
Yeah, it'd have to be a counter trap to outspeed him, and that's not other than negate attack, which is not a great card in the first place.
Yeah.
It's probably not happening.
I'll just have to go for it. Battle phase. I'll have the Anaria attack.
Yeah, you got it. It's Elephant down, so can't get anything off of that. I had Forbidden Lance, which I could survive on 8, but with Dianara down, doesn't really matter, because it doesn't matter what I draw at that point. I don't have a spell in hand, so that doesn't get me anywhere. So, yeah, nothing I can do. I just drew nothing at all, so after...
Monsters are moved from play.
I mean, there were a couple of turns where that kind of went off. The obviously attacking with Barkion and not attacking with Barkion, attacking with Beast instead, so I couldn't get the spell negate down was obviously really annoying for it, because that killed everything, right? Dark Hole wouldn't have been able to play. And then getting said Dark Hole hitting the Nordic Beast guy, because if I'd have been able to flip summon that, that's still going from defense to attack. It doesn't have to be face up initially, so I would have gotten gold packs out with that. Unfortunately, with a handful of tuna monsters, it wouldn't have mattered if I played it otherwise off it. Trying to even think, yeah, if you had Snatch Steal anyway, it was... yeah, because I would have had to have Lance Barkion to survive in the first place, so... Trying to think it through, it's like if I kept Goldfax in my hand, and I could have specialed it with the Summoner Monk I would have drawn there, that would have given me level 8 down, but Snatch Steal ruins everything that way. Yeah, so there was not really any out at that point. I drew poorly, to say the least, after I mean, I had one Elephant in my hand to begin with, and then Avarice gave me the one that I just put back in deck. So, like, yeah, I had all tuners, no brain control, no anything like that.
But Avarice is like, did I shuffle these?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, there was just not a lot tinging off after as well. Grats, dude. I mean, obviously not trying to take anything off of that. Sometimes luck do that, you know. That second game was nothing short of, like, hard the cards inspirational timing off of that,
At that point, like, my god, I had to rely on the one top draw, and the one top draw got me to, what, Rescue Kitten, to get, what are the names? I don't even remember the names here. Ganacia and Cerbero.
Yeah.
That would sync up into the 5, and that got me 2 draws, which got me, what, Dark Hole and the other Fabled monster to discard? Yeah. Like, wow, there was a lot of synergy in this that I didn't actually put into perspective. Right? Like, I'm going to this deck thinking, I know this deck has synergies somewhere, I just don't fully know where.
Yeah.
But when I actually got to experiment with it, I guess it worked that way.
Yeah, there were some really cool moments with that. I'm not taking anything away from stuff with it there. There was some really really excellent moments of that. Honest was funny, I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I have Honest in this damn deck.
Yeah, it was funny.
At this point, Honest has to go in every deck that has a white monster.
It's still good enough for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
It helped me survive the first turn, and Battle Fader got me to survive the second turn.
Yeah, this would be a pretty cool Rescue Cat deck, looking at it, because you've got several... Did you only pull the one in the end?
What?
The Cerberel.
I think I did, yeah. The one Fabled Cerberel, yeah. The thing about the Fabled Cerberel, I looked at him and thinking, you know, that's a good Witch option. But Witch is a Dark monster. But the Fable monsters go well with the Dark World monsters, and the Witch monster is a Dark monster. Dark World monsters are Dark World monsters. Chaos monsters into Chaos monsters. And it's like, do I want to go deep down that rabbit hole? It's like, not now.
I was starting to toy with like a Fabled Dark World deck, but then I kind of took the Dark Worlds out because it was like, this isn't looking like it's gonna work, you know. Which is funny because I have Dark World dealings too, so I have another way of being able to like discard out of the stuff with it there, right? So it was like, yeah, I could have maybe tried to go down that route. If it wasn't for the small fact if I drew like 0 several, you know, that doesn't help. But it was a secret, so I'm not too like thinking on that. Probably, right. So the biggest things I'm sad at here. I think you might, hopefully, you'll have a spare one off it. I didn't get Genex Ally Birdman. That's a super. Like, come on, how did I not get that?
So on my very first pull, I think I got one of him. But, you know, treating it again and again and again and again with that same damn error that popped up several times.
Yep. I'm
surprised I do have 2.
So I might want to try and trade you something for that.
And I also have 2 Trishula.
Okay. I also have a spare secret rare. It's not.
And 4 Fabled Unicorns.
Oh, nice. I also have a spare secret rare, but it's not Trish. I got like the dude you won with there, the Fabled Dianara, I think. I actually have 4 copies of him. So, like, god damn it, but you know, it's like, I got 4 of that, so I actually have a spare secret rare out of this one too, but it ain't Trish. I got Trish in like the 3rd pack or something. Oh, third, fourth, somewhere in that sort of range. Never got another one. Whatever. I only got one Unicorn as well, but I will admit, Katsif was a last-second addition into this deck because I didn't draw Birdman. Birdman was initially there in that slot because I wanted another tuner for brain control stuff. Katsif was a last-second thing because we kind of realized, oh, you can rescue cat this with one of the level 3s that you've got because I'm playing plenty of level 3 pieces here, right? The 3 copies of the Nordic one, and also the 4th technically, because the other one, even though you don't want to sync with it that way, technically that guy can also work with it. It is level 3, so you know, can do that as well. And the Mind Mole, because Mind Mole functions with Naturia Beast. Turns out it functions with Unicorn too, so that's really cool. Didn't actually think of that until I was summoning it, going, oh yeah, I get to draw a card after this now. That's fun.
Yeah, draw a card. Like, gosh, yeah.
So yeah, that's really good. So yeah, as Chaos is saying, message to Kim, add cats to the deck you're playing. Because yeah, honestly, I could see it. I mean, even if it's just a case of rescue cat into... I mean, you did with the level 5. You could also use it with the Nozuchi that I saw there, Nuzzle Snake. To
level 4 and level 5. Actually, yeah.
So you can go into one of the Fabled synchros with that too, like the Unicorn and whatnot.
Yeah. The only thing about this one, I only have one Ganashia, I only have one Barrel, I only have 2 Chawa, and I only have 1 Cat Sith.
Okay.
And one Nozuchi.
Okay, well, here's the immediate trade then. You trade me that Birdman, I'll give you one of the Ganashia, because I've got 5 of it.
That's fair.
So yeah. I have 5 of that, I have 2 of the Chawa, I have a playset 3 Katsif. Which I probably don't need more than the 1, to be honest, but yeah, there's an instant trade for it. The other card I didn't get, which made me sad, Naturia Exterio. I missed that, and that's probably what the trade is going to be spent on then, if you're trading me Birdman.
Well, if you want an extra, I have 3.
Maybe we can work something out with that as well. I could probably trade you a couple of the Fables for that. Like Katsif, you probably play 2, mostly side, I'd imagine, but you definitely Katsif
at the most
needs to be
probably
there.
2. If I'm going to be sticking with just a Beast theme or Beast, Fabled deck, probably just 2 at the most.
Yeah.
Though to be honest, siding in like Effect Veiler helped with this one because it's also a light monster.
Yeah.
Painful choice. I didn't think it through at first, and of course, you explained to me discard by deck. It's not discard technically. Yeah. So, you know, that's a funny thing to mention. It's like, does this work? There's no text in it or whatever. Nobody tried this before. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
Statue base.
I mean, there's still some things it can do. I don't think it's entirely... I mean, it's never entirely worthless, right? But,
no. I mean, it got me the draws I was looking for. I mean, Rimwar, Chuaz, Call the Haunted, and Pegasus.
Yeah, so, like, I don't think it's entirely worthless. I wouldn't necessarily... I wouldn't necessarily, like, have considered it immediately myself, but it's never an entirely terrible card. Even if it's just a case of, like, mill 4 cards you don't want out of your deck and then get 1 out that you can do whatever with.
Maybe Kushana would have been a better option.
Possibly, yeah.
Because even if you send that in the graveyard, I can get that back in the hand regardless, and then have 1 in my hand this card anyway. So maybe that would have been a better option.
Right? Yeah.
Cut out?
Hey, this is how test stuff goes with it. I realize we're getting kind of close on time here as well. In the end, it's like 5 to 7.
It's cut out as well. It'll get cut out.
Oh no.
So, we'll just have to wrap it up real quickly then, because I have like 5 minutes before 1 o'clock. I know Brownie says we could probably have 30 more minutes, but we'll just go ahead and just
well,
there. We can talk a bit more in a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you wanna like...
I'll end the stream on my end. We'll still talk about it on your end. So
okay. I need to quickly give you the wheel then, don't I? Because it's Hidden Arsenal. And hey, you get to do the winners one this time, which honestly there's not a huge amount of difference in, but it's still.
I mean, it's still not bad. It still doesn't have the promo / structure deck, does it?
It has that slot on it, yeah.
Okay. So then we'll have to make sure we know what cards we're pulling for that wheel. Turbo Pack 5. If we're still doing Turbo Pack. Structure deck, Tribunity.
I don't think we opened Turbo Pack on this one, but like that's the last like 21, I guess.
Yeah, it'll be in the final pack then, yeah.
It's a side set.
Yeah, it's a side set. Yeah, fair enough. Alright, so we'll just spin the wheel, and then I was also actually going to try and do the side picks as well. The two picks that we didn't do, but I guess we'll save that for next time.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll just spin the wheel real quick, and I'm not going to announce it, but I'll just spin it. Just to
Yeah,
see
of
what we get
course,
here.
of course. And like, if you need to open the stuff later on, then like, obviously, that is fine.
Just gonna write that down for that. And then I'll be with you in just a minute. I'm just gonna go ahead and close out on my end then. So I'm just gonna deafen real quick, and I'll just close out real quick.
Yeah, no worries. Right. In the meantime then, let's go ahead and do our side of the wheel here. So we haven't actually seen the loser's wheel on this one yet. The main difference, obviously some of these are very slightly smaller slots. The main difference is there is a small segment for 3 copies of a super rare in this set, which there is not on the main wheel. This slot is taken up by the mega packs and stuff like that. Slightly higher chance of getting like the gold series one and stuff. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same. Like, I've really cut back on the whole, like, loser needs to get a much worse reward type thing off it. So, let's just fire up there. Thank you for the GGs as well, Baron. They were good games. Very good games. Okay. This is a fantastic one to get. Oh boy. So for those who don't know how this slot works, I know Kib can come back in at any point, that's fine. For those who don't know how this slot works, promo pick is what Kib has named it. I said beyond the packs, but that's whatever. We had a wildcard for promo cards and a wildcard for structured deck. God, this is so good because it's 2011. Oh shit. Oh no. Okay. Sorry, I'm just realizing in the middle of the description here. Basically, what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to take any promo or starter/structure deck card from any of the sets that we have already opened and or like the year, basically up to here. So basically everything from the structure deck Dragunity Legion downwards, and all promos from 2011, which is the big bit. Yeah, so that's a thing. And also, because of the way we've got this set up now, we actually get to trade for multiple copies of those cards, using extra cards in our collection as the cost for it, if they're not limited and whatnot. But yeah, I could do that. I was actually kind of going to play Blackwing next set, but that might have to wait until, if Kib wants to do the exhibition, that might have to wait. Because honestly, I think we do it. I only have one Formula Synchron, and it's going to rely on me getting one rare next time round. But I think we do it. Actually, I might as well show it from in here. Because that gives me pre-trade access. I was going to have to give up the next wheel to get these, but that gives me pre-trade access to complete my my ultimate deck here. Gives me this guy.
There we go.
Hello.
Alright.
Alright.
So I wrote down what I got from it, so I'll just have to remember to open it. Next stream, actually.
Okay. Do you want to know what I got? Because I've just rolled mine.
Just put this here for you.
Because yeah, we can still chat otherwise as well. I'm not.
Oh yeah, we can still chat about what we pulled and what we got.
Yeah. Do you want to know what I got?
Secret Bear?
Promo pick ×2.
Ooh. Oh shit.
And now I'm stuck because, spoiler, I mean, I obviously didn't want to play it this time around because I didn't get Birdman. I wanted to play Blackwing today, right? Because that deck was really good. I wanted to show it in the main series stuff and go from there. But I didn't get the Birdman, so I couldn't play it this time round. But this is 2011. And I've just been given access to 2 promo cards in 2011. There were only 2 cards I needed from the promo stuff in 2011 to complete that deck.
That's gonna be a fun day, huh?
So
Decision time.
I mean, there's only two problems with it, really, is that one, I do need one rare from the next set in order to thing it, but then I can default back to Black Wings, I'm not fussed with that. Or, the only other problem is I only have one Formula Synchron, but I have shown in the main line that I play with it, I only need one Formula Synchron. So, that's a secondary thing, it's not the main, like, issue with it, really. It's like, oh, this will inconvenience it, but it's not a disaster. Oh, that is definitely a consideration, though. I mean, it hurts in a way giving up, like, playsets of this stuff, because, like, one of them is limited, and the other one, I only need one copy of it anyway, but that's so hard to pass up, dude.
That is a hard one. Like, there's a lot of promos that you have mentioned at this point. That's like, yeah, that's gonna be a hard one to not justify picking up. Meanwhile, I got 2 mega packs to open up.
Ooh, that's fancy.
So that'll be fun. So about these pools, though.
Yeah.
So, at this point, I mean, pulling 2 Trishula is always a good thing. That gets me a secret trade.
Yep.
Pulling 4 Fabled Unicorn in, like, almost in a row, I think. I wasn't paying attention to what I was, like, getting out of it. But, like, pulling all those was pretty neat. Yeah, pretty neat. Only one Neo Flamvells Sabre.
Oh, yeah, I got a Saber as well.
I was kind of wanting to try the Flamvells back into this because I know the Flamvells, with these Neo Flamvells, I say there's a lot more to them than, like, there could be more to them than that. But I mean, you have to pull more than just that, I think, to make it work. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
I think they're okay. So what it does at this point, I think, is it gives the Flamvel engine a toolbox aspect. Because now we've got a level 2 as well, but we've got a level 1 tuner in Flamvel Baby, right? We've got the level 2 in Neo Flamvel Origin, we've got a better level 3 in Neo Flamvel Hedgehog that's better than the Archer, and we've still got the level 4 in Magician as well. I pulled a playset of, like, Hedgehog and Origin. I think I pulled the 1 Saber as well, that's fine enough, I guess. I'd probably still play, like, Grunika or something, or the Shaman isn't awful. Got like 2 copies of him, like that could be the way to go. Garuda is terrible because it doesn't have 200 defense, so don't even look at that. Yeah, so like I only have the 1 Magician, and I only have 1 Baby, but I wouldn't want to play more than 1 anyway. You can't use Naturia Beast in these things, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
So I think a toolbox style thing for it would have been cool. I would have considered playing it if it wasn't for the fact that I really wanted to try those Nordic Beasts out from our trade stuff. And I think they were good. I just drew a little bit poorly in the 3rd game of that, I think. I misplayed a little, but more I drew kind of awful in that, after Avarice in that last one. I did what I've said was a problem beforehand, and I went too all in on the first attack. Got wrecked by Honest, and then was like, okay, yeah. I really should have attacked with Barkion first. That's a bad sequencing thing off it. If I attacked with Barkion first and, like, Gauze was in the format, which also could be another one to pick up, but, like, if Gauze was in the format and I went for Barkion first, then you would have had a less powerful token out, is the idea. So, really, there's no reason why I should have attacked with Beast first, no matter what the situation was there. So that was my mistake. But, you know, what was I going to say? Yeah, I just kind of drew, like, all of my tuners, pretty much. There's a lot of tuners in that deck, as you may have noticed, because I was playing, like, triple brain control in there. So it was, like, I think I have, like, half of my monsters are tuners in there, which is a bit higher than I would normally go. But when you use the opponent's monsters as well, it works, right? So, you know, that's the idea. Then you just never draw brain control again, and it's like, fuck, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm finally getting to the habit of, like, getting the brain control out of the deck, the deck at this point, because, you know, having 2 control cards is one thing. The 3rd one is nice, but, like, you know, when you're trying to rely on other cards that you're trying to draw, just drawing the control cards and drawing for one turn, you know, Snatch still seals for a while, but like that's one card. Change the hard change to stores for one turn as just brain control, and brain control costs 800 life points. Mm-hmm. And at this point, life points are becoming an issue.
Yeah, they do matter. We're not quite at that point yet where life points are an entirely, more or less entirely expendable resource, and it's just like you've just got to build the unbreakable board. We're not quite there yet. Yeah, so that's a thing. I wanted to try it though. I think I did in the Naturia deck. I think I did side into, like in Hidden Arsenal 3, I sided into like triple brain control, but I haven't really played with that at all. I played creature swap in the Frog deck, but like I've not really looked into the steel and tune thing that often. So I wanted to give it a shot because I figured with a lot of different tuners here, and the spare brain controls could always get pitched for Summoner Monk. That was the other thing for it. I actually main deck triple MST as well for I think the first time in the entire series because my idea was that if I go ahead and have the extra spells and stuff, I have 19 spell cards in main deck here, like 2 traps, you know, because I've got some defensive spells too. So it's like if I play excess spell cards that I would use but don't have to use, Summoner Monk can come in and discard those and get like Rescue Cat out of the deck, or get Goldfax out of the deck so it can sink into level 8, or use Cat to go into Trishula, you know, stuff like that. So like the idea was pretty solid, and I do like this deck. I actually think it worked probably better than it had a right to. Maybe Rescue Cat is kind of the reason for that, but like I feel like it actually worked. It's just, yeah, a couple of inspired draws, to say the least, and a little bit of I have too many tuners in my hand in the last thing to thing it out. But I mean, hey, if I drew brain control the turn instead of like having to set the stupid elephant, and I could like steal Barkion back and go into Stardust, you know, different game. So like it goes either way around, and it's fine. Like I thought that was a really fun set, and I'm super happy to have seen you come back in that game too. That looked absolute dead to rights on that reborn. That looked so bad, and you pulled that out really nicely.
That's so, like that. Again, that was a pulled it right out of my ass that way. Mm-hmm. Like, friggin', I cannot even, like, I can try to justify saying, okay, I have the cards, yes, but I drew them out of my ass. So, like, you know, part of the cards kind of helped me out in that one.
Yeah.
I realize I don't have the Drag Meteor. Sad face.
Oh, I do. If you did want it for some reason.
I mean, maybe. I'll have to consider that, because I still need to consider if I want to pull a Drag deck or not.
Yeah.
At this point, I also have enough Dragoonity monsters to try the Dragoonity deck if I wanted to, but I still need to get that field spell.
I was thinking about it. I did change my deck around for it to accommodate for not having the field spell and stuff, because I have 2 copies of Fatmax, right? I traded for the second one in the end of Hidden Arsenal 3. I really considered actually potentially trading for Rajin, the Fabled guy you used. But I would only have the one, which didn't really seem that beneficial. Maybe I should have though, but then I didn't draw the Fableds today, so you know, hindsight, right? I drew the synchros for the Dragoonity stuff, so like I could play it. Like that's not a terrible idea, but it's so bad. And I needed Birdman for the deck as well, because I needed to have that, especially for in this deck. Felt like it was kind of more important to do so, because you bounce back the Wind monster that gets Divine Wind of Mist Valley to work, which was the substitute here. Yeah, it's limited, but I still put Terraforming in to try and get it out anyway. And it's like, instead of the Ravine, the way I ended up looking at it is, well, what if I max out Mist Valley Falcon? So Mist Valley Falcon is the level 4, like 2000 attack Wing Beast, that to do an attack, it has to bounce a card from the you control back into the hand. So you bounce a Wind monster, and the Divine Wind gives you another special summon, right? Preferably after that monster is attacked, but like you can special summon one of the Dragoonity tuners out the deck, and then it's still a Winged Beast. It doesn't have to be a Dragoonity Winged Beast. You can sync into Dragoonity Synchro monsters after that. and like climb up with that. That was what I was hoping to be able to do. Wasn't confident with the deck at all. That was one I did do some test hands in just as you were setting up. Didn't like it at all. It was the same sort of problem that I had when we played the structure deck version, but worse. And I was like, nah, this can't be the play today. Maybe if we do that structure deck thing and we do take the Dragoonity one, I could actually like look at it as a more serious deck, because it was topping at the time. You saw that top 32 like deck listing that the Chaos chat sent. There were some Dragoonities in there. It was a good deck at the time. I don't know if I like it very much, but you know, I need to try it out more than once. Let's be fair.
I mean, like all decks at this point, there's strong points. There's not so strong points.
So, yeah. Good showing though. Alright, let me go back into my... I mean, I'm showing the collection. I'm not showing my deck on the thing here because that's fine. I'm showing my collection on the stream anyway. I was very tempted to go into Naturia. I did get the triple Mantis, so I was going to be able to do that bit. Mantis is really cool because it's like, if you play the pure Naturia, if the opponent normal summons whilst Mantis is in play, you can send a Naturia from your hand to the graveyard to destroy the monster. It's just Trap Hole on the 1700 dude. Like, it's just...
So you have to like destroy it otherwise. Because you can't summon without it.
Yeah, you can't normal summon. You can special summon and whatnot, but you can't normal summon whilst it's out if I have Naturias in hand. So, that's really cool. Being level 4, like 1700 attack is decent enough for a lot of stuff, so that's fine. Your Fabled deck would get around it though, because look how many times you just did all of your, like, you did a synchro play with only special summoning the monsters, right? And it will get better when you get the Ganasha Dudas off me as well, because you'll have more opportunities to discard and just special summon the level 3 dude. So you know. What else did I get? The Ragweed. I got a couple. I got like one White Oak, but that relies on the opponent like targeting or something. That's kind of bad. Stink Bug is funny. I think it's like if the opponent attacks, you can like just send it from the field to the graveyard to Battle Fader, you know, or Swift Scarecrow is probably the better way of putting it, but you use Battle Fader, so you know. Yeah. So that would be cool. Funny card off of that one. Plus, I mean, come on, it's a Stink Bug. You can't not think that's at least a little amusing. I did get the Naturia Landoise as well. I didn't get Exterio, but I did get Landoise. So that was in my deck today. You just didn't get to see it because I didn't have a chance to go into it. It's fine. I played it in this deck because Summoner Monk is on a similar plane to it. Like, you're playing a lot of spell cards to have discard fodder for Monk. That's the same thing that you need to do for Landoise. So I figured it was fine. It's definitely the weakest of the Naturia synchros, but it does its job. Monster negation is powerful, so like at least for now.
Naturia Landoise, monster negation, Naturia Beast, magic negation, and Naturia
Barkion, the dragon.
Barkion, trap negation.
Yep. They can do it all if you've got the resources for it. And then of course we know Bamboo Shoot was pretty strong in the other aspect there. So so that was mostly it for them. For Durax, I got like 2 of everything, I think. Literally 2 copies of like 4 cards or something here. I think there was... Oh no, I got like 6 ALO, the level 1 tuner. Yeah. And then I got 2 of all the others. I think there's only about 5 in the set, so...
Well, I got 3 of all 3 Durax, or 4 Durax. But Durax Meteor I didn't pull. I pulled a couple of times during the previous pulls, but I didn't keep it.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 copies of it. If you did want to try and play them at some point, even if it is just for fun in between these things, or like exhibition or whatever, I can easily trade you one of those. That's fine. Because I wouldn't ever want more than one anyway. So, okay, the other funny thing here, I got 3 copies of General Raiho of the Ice Barrier. Right, and I know we've said the Ice Barrier stuff is bad, but this one's actually kind of interesting for water-based stuff. When an effect resolves that was activated by an effect monster on the opponent's side of the field, they must discard 1 card or the effect is negated, their choice. That's not once per turn either, so... it would have been terrible against your deck, so I'm glad I didn't play it, but I was almost going to meme it this week and play Wetlands Beatdown. I have the deck built. It was like, I was testing it. It's not completely awful. It's not great, don't get me wrong, but it's not totally awful. But then I was like, nah, I am going to hell if I play this deck. This deck is so bad. Like, to put the perspective on it, it plays triple level limit area B and the one gravity bind that I have. As the thing, it's like triple area B, the one gravity bind, because Cryomancer and then Cryomancer Dudark kind of do the same thing. If you have Cryomancer and any other ice barrier, even if it's another one of himself, level 4 or higher monsters on the field can't attack. So it's the same as gravity bind if you've got another one out. Dudark can attack directly if the only monsters you have face up are level 2 and lower. And of course that's what Cryo is as well. A little bit of Frog Engine goes in there. You know the thing this deck is missing though? Penguin Soldier. I shit you not. It needs Penguin Soldier to actually be reasonably good right now. Because Penguin Soldier's a level 2 Aqua, it gets buffed by Wetlands, and it provides removal for the stuff that Synchro Monsters and whatnot. I shit you not, it is actually needed. But I am not wasting a trade slot on that. I am not wasting one of my promo picks on fucking Penguin Soldier. Like, come on. The main reason I ended up not playing this deck though was because I only have 2 copies of Salvage. This deck relies on getting the monsters back. I play 14 total in the main deck because like Swap Frog can dump it in the graveyard and then you get Salvage recovers the resources. And really, you don't need much more than that. You just need, like, Wetlands, plus, like, a way to get Wetlands out. And then you just need a couple of dudes out, and that's it. Like, this deck doesn't even Synchro Summon much, despite having, like, tuners in there, you know? Because you're just wanting to hit directly every time with Dudark for, like, 2400. So, yeah, but that relies on recovering the monsters, and I only have 2 copies of Salvage, so I couldn't fully play it. So the card I discovered that kind of made me realize that, oh, maybe this is okay. I believe this was in Absolute Power Force. Aegis of the Ocean Dragon Lord. Or Aegis, however you want to say it. It's a trap card. It's chainable because it doesn't have any activation timing or anything like Mirror Force, etc. Until the end phase, face-up level 3 or lower water monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects.
Yeah,
so
one for a water monster.
Yeah, it's like Waboku. You still take the damage, but it's kind of like Waboku, but it also stops them from being Regeki'd. You chain it to Regeki, and it's like, nah, my monsters aren't going anywhere. Yeah, so it's like you use that to protect the Cryomancer, and then get Dudark out next turn, and then you've got the Gravity Bind effect in play.
Yeah, that would be a good one for the water decks, for sure.
And you know that we also got the common like medallion of the ice barrier, so we can search out any ice barrier monster we want. It's surprisingly consistent at getting what it wants out, but it's also not very good. So, you know. But I was going to meme it up a bit and play it if I didn't really have anything else to do. It was really the 2 Salvage that kind of killed it. Because I've wanted to play Wetlands for quite a while, I'll be honest. Especially after seeing you play it in that mirror, yeah, in that orchestrated matchup. But yeah, there's just a couple of cards that it's missing that was like, maybe not. But it would have been funny. Yeah, anyway, back to... Was there anything interesting in the polls otherwise? No, probably not. Like I said, I need to trade you for the Genex dude, but again, one of the Fabled guys for that is dead easy.
Yeah, General Raiho is one. I'm only pulling one Naira, but I mean, pulling him, I mean, he helped in the grand scheme of things.
I don't think
like,
he played more
he
than
helped
one,
in that deck.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think so.
His effect is super good, it's just like, he would break, I imagine. Yeah, and I wouldn't, unfortunately, unless I was still able to do it after the fact, I wouldn't want to trade one of those because that's the one I've got 4 copies of. That's my surplus of secret in this set, so...
At that point, yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
So, either I would have to just have that on the back burner anyway, or, you know, yeah, trade it later on. But we've got Ganashia as a thing to do anyway. And so you only got the one Cerebral then, right? You said?
Cerebral?
The one that specials itself if it gets discarded?
Yeah, Cerebral.
Yeah, because I have
him, one Katsith, one Ganashia, and one Mizuchi.
I can probably trade you a Katsith, then we'd have 2 each, that's fine. I got a playset of Mizuchi, but I really don't think you play more than one of that. It just rips your hand apart, like, too badly, I think. It's really good at what it does, but playing, like, 2 or 3 of that is just gonna make it so you have no hand ever, and I don't know. That seems bad even for that.
And that happens a lot.
It seems bad even for that deck.
Yeah.
And yeah, like the Kudabi I got 3 copies of. I was a little bit sad at that. That was so close. The second synchro, which is fine. Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else interesting. Like I've mentioned the Naturia, I mentioned the Jurax. I think I missed one of the Genex Ally, the Genex Synchros maybe actually. Which one is that? Did I get either actually? No, I mentioned them, but I didn't get either of them in the end. That's interesting. The Genex Synchros in this set looked kind of cool, because like their effects were based on what the attribute of the non-tuners that you used for them. Genex Ally Birdman being the Genex tuner that you would use for them, and then just like a level 3 or 4 of the whatever attribute would be quite good. And some of the effects were decent, but I didn't get either of them, so whatever. Probably not a big deal anyway, I just thought I mentioned it because I'm seeing it here.
Yeah, Triforce...
Yep, that's one of them.
Yeah, that's the one. Earth, Fire, and Light. And then... What's the other one, I guess? I don't think I have them. No. Oh well.
Was it Tri-Arm, I think, maybe? I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter anyway. They're fine, but they're not, like... stellar. It's just if you're playing Birdman and you've got an extra deck slot, maybe you'd slip it in if you've got the right stuff. I did get the Power Cell, like 3 copies of that though, and I was mentioning this is probably the worst Blackwing tech that you could ever play, because it's like it boosts the attack of any monster that you have that shares its attribute by 500, and it's naturally dark attribute. So it's like, yeah, this is the worst Blackwing tech you could ever play, but you know.
I mean, if you want to.
It was a secret rare, so I got a lot of the same secret rares in this set, just only one that was actually a surplus. So I think I missed out on a fair bit that way, but it's fine. So if I go sort by quantity, let me have a look, see how many supers we kept up this time. This is the last hidden arsenal for a little bit, I think, because we've got a couple of sets of the Zexalera to do first, so...
Yeah.
So let's see, going from the bottom, I don't know if I got as many, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've still got a decent number of surplus ones here, although Ganashia is one that I have 5 of, so that'll be one that you'll get at least 1 copy of. And one of those is a secret, so it's actually 11 supers that I got as surplus this time, and 1 secret.
Yeah, so I mean, you need to... If I count my Birdman, I have 6. That's 1, but I'm gonna trade that way. So that's 6. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's still 12. That's 13. That's 14, that's 15, that's 16. 16.
That's good. You got a much better haul this time, man. That's really good, because I know you've been lacking a little bit in those in some of the previous ones. Like you've only had maybe 9 or so in like the last couple of extra ones, so that's good. Yeah, so I guess I can just click it right now. I am more than happy to... We can do other trades as well, obviously, but I'm more than happy just to go -1 Ganashia and then add Birdman here whilst I'm in my collection and whilst it's up on stream. I am more than happy to just do that.
Yep, so 1 Ganashia and 1 then -1 Birdman.
Yep.
Birdman! I am keeping the first edition because first editions are nice.
Hell yeah! I think I opened like 2 first edition packs maybe in this entire thing. I was like, yes, finally I don't have to sort so many of these damn things. Because, you know, it's because I want to keep my collection at least somewhat tidy for most of these. Like, reprints in future sets, it gets a bit hard because most of them I just put in the back burner anyway, but like for the most part I want to try and keep these tidy, so anytime I get like a first edition and a regular edition of a thing, I'll just delete one of them and then whichever one is smaller and add it to the other one. So anytime that I open a first edition pack, it usually annoys me more than anything, because it's like, damn it, now I've got to sort this later on. What was the other one? Oh yeah, I only got 1 copy of the Dragoonity Brander stock. Which one of the supers for that. I was only playing 1 in the deck that we tested, but if we weren't adding the structure deck stuff in, like the, you know, what we were discussing beforehand and like trying out with some of the structures, Branderstock is one I would probably end up playing 2 of, if I had it, because you don't have access to the structure deck exclusive one, right?
I don't think so, no.
Because I forget exactly what it's called. It's like Arceus or something, like AH, whatever. I'll look it up in here. Is it AH? No, AKH. Akil. No, it's AKL. Akils? AKLYS. That's the one that's only in the structure deck. It's a level 2 Dragon Tuner, which is kind of important for the archetype. Like when it's...
Yep, that's only by the structure deck, yeah.
So when it's normal summoned, you special 1 Dragoonity monster from your hand, then equip it with this card. When it's sent... Whilst equipped, when it's sent to the graveyard, you destroy 1 card on the field. The idea, of course, it spams out more dudes. And if you use this on Militum that's in your hand, then you can use Militum's effect to detach it, and then use it for a synchro play.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough Dragoonity monsters to play in this, especially if I don't have enough on the structure deck at this point.
No, we would need to pick the structure deck up, basically. Which would kind of invalidate most of the pulls. I think you would still maybe have a slightly hard time with it, though, because unlike me, you didn't pull the Synchro monster from... oh god, which set was it? There was the one that had 2 of them. It was like fairly recent, too. Let me have a look. Dragoonity Nigh... It was in Starstrike Blast. The super rare one is level 6, and it's the one that gives you the Dragon Tuner equipped to it from the graveyard when you sync it. And that, of course, then lets you go into the level 8 Synchro monsters by climbing into it. So I think you would have a harder time playing the deck. I don't think it'd be impossible, but I think it would be harder. Just because you don't have access to that right now.
Yeah. I mean, I do have the other Synchros. I do have Gablug.
Yeah. You've got the ones from Hidden Arsenal, which are not bad.
Yeah, just not from the Star Strike.
Yeah, just not the one that climbs further, which is awkward. So, you know, the funny thing I was mentioning in that set is, like, I really wanted to go Natty Beast in Game 2, but I don't have the monster for it. Yeah, that was in Legend of Blue Eyes. It's another level 3. It's actually Beast, too, which is kind of funny. Literally Fusionist. Yeah, Fusionist. It's, like, the stupidest thing ever. It's like level 3 Beast Earth, it's 900 attack or something. It's a fusion, so it's again like one of the worst cards like ever that way. But with instant fusion it would have worked, and I would have been able to get out of Natty Beast and been in much, you know, such a better spot for it. But no, I have to have freaking Flame Ghost instead of you know, and whatnot. Yeah, I got a Dragon Master Knight as well, way back, Baron. That was in Kaiba's Duelist pack. I got that instead of Blue Eyes Ultimate, and I was kind of mad. Because it's like, fuck, I can't summon this. I don't have Blackluster Soldier from Yugi's pack, so... Like the regular one, because that's what you need for it, is Blue Eyes and Blue Eyes Ultimate and BLS. Like the original Ritual one.
Yeah.
You can fusion substitute with it, because it's specific named, but you've got to have one of them. You know?
Yeah, do you want one of mine then?
Right, because that was a rare in Yugi's pack, right? So you probably picked a ton of them.
Yeah, two. Yeah.
That would be hilarious, but I probably still wouldn't be able to use it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think it's like way too hard to try and use that. Would be funny though. Alright, yeah, that's about it for the set though, I think. Overall, could have been a lot worse. Could have been better though, and I think we do kind of want to like trade between the cells just a little bit more before we do the set trade. See if we can like finalize your. Like, I should really try and trade you another one of those Ganashia dudes. I'm sure there's a way that we can do that.
Yeah.
Because yeah, imagine your deck just now if you were playing like 3 of him instead of the Carcassor, right? And you'd just be able to keep discard more bits of it to special summon off of it. Yeah, I know you banish it afterwards, but that's fine. Like you want to just get the synchros out as much as you can, right? So
yeah, and that's the whole point of it, is to get more synchros out.
So yeah, imagine the deck you played just now, but with 3 of that dude instead. Would be much better.
I mean, 2 right now would actually make it a little better already.
Yep, I agree. And then I guess your set trade would, if you're gonna go for that one, probably Cerebral, because I can trade you a Catsiv. That's fine. If you only want to play 2 of those anyway, I can trade you that. Yeah, and then I guess I just gotta work out if there's anything that actually I'm looking for at the moment. But I'm sure we can figure that out. I'll have to take a look and see. Exterio, that was the one, right? I could use my set trade for that, but it probably would be easier if you've already got 3 of it.
Exterio, yeah.
So I'm actually kind of happy just to go like, you know, Ganashia, Catsiv, and even probably the Durat Meteor, because honestly, like, I know that's a secret as well, but it's like, do we really need more than 1 of that in the deck? Unlikely. So, like, if you wanted that as well, I can easily just do that. I'd be fine with it. I have no idea if I'm even going to actually end up being able to use Exterio, because, oh god, it is hard to get out, but something Chaos has mentioned quite a few times with this is, it's a level 10, a Metamorphosis, even if it is at 1 copy, because it's, you know, ban card and stuff, Metamorphosis can get it out. Because Exterio is level 10, and it doesn't have to be fusion summoned, it's got the Cyber Twin Dragon Claws on it.
1 fusion monster with the extra deck. Oh yeah.
Metal Reflex Slime summons itself as a level 10 monster trap monster when it's activated. And I did pull it. It was an ultra rare right at the end of GX, and I did pull it. I think I've got it in my spell trap section here. Yeah, Metal Reflex Slime right there. Phantom Darkness ultra rare. Would I do that for just a 1 copy thing though? Unlikely. I would need to work out something else to fit Metamorphosis in with as well. I don't have Valsenizer Strict at the moment. That would be the obvious one. Maybe that could be a trade at this point. I don't know. I'm still actually not sure now if I'm going to trade the end of next set. If those 2 promo picks are going to be the 2 that I'm thinking on, do I even need that trade in? I don't know. It's crazy to think on. Yeah, I think that's just about it though. You want to do anything else in the moment, like for fun, or I don't know if I've got that much set up, but
yeah, I don't really haven't had much time to set up any other stuff. I'm just taking a quick look at the pack that I would be opening and saying, interesting.
Oh right, yeah, okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
So which one did you get then?
Raw.
Oh, that one's quite good, right? Yeah, let me...
I mean, it has Jane Lightsworn, it has Laquari, it has the other Gladiator Beast, Lanista. I have not seen that one yet.
Oh, that's probably from, like, I don't know if it's next set, but it's probably from the, yeah, from one of the the future
Yeah,
bits that we
Gladiator
haven't
Beast
seen.
Lanista. Target one Gladiator Beast monster in your graveyard, banish that target, and its card's name becomes the target's name until the end phase.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that one. So yeah, raw yellow. Oh, that's the one that's got like 11 cards in it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
cool.
cool.
Get 11 cards.
Oh, dude. And then of course, right. So the first one I opened here has got. That's kind of neat. So the secret rare is Destiny Hero Malicious. The ultra rare is Future Fusion. Super rare is Crystal Beast Topaz Tiger. The rare is Yubel Terror Incarnate. Grr. And then commons include Flute Summoning Karibo, it's funny. Necroshade was in there. Elemental Hero Electrum and Cyber Dragon actually was in there too.
Kasha, Fusion Recovery, Rainbow Dark Dragon, Necroshade, DD Survivor, Gateway of the Six!
Oh yeah, that would have been cool. So this is where I picked up Rainbow.
Light Dragon, hey!
Whoa, hey, this is where I picked that up as well actually. Oh Jesus, hell, this set would have been. Alright, so I opened up a second one. Secret Rare E-Emergency Call. Okay, whatever, that would be one Secret Rare trade. Remember we said if you get a secret of a common or like a rare or something, nah, that's one trade off of that. Otherwise I would literally have like 8 spares at this point.
Heart.
Yeah, I got like Crystal Promise as one of my secrets, and I had 10 copies of that
That would have been a secret. Oh, well.
Yeah. Ultra Rare Jane Lightsworn Paladin. I actually had that one once before. I managed to trade that for one Ultra Rare.
Misashi. Yep.
Super Rare Crystal Beast Cobalt Eagle, so that would have been a decent trade set. Garoth is the rare, and then commons in this one. Inishi was a common, Elemental Hero Stratos was in here as a common, that Glad Beast you mentioned is in here, DD Survivor, Overload Fusion, Mudball Man, which was only a promo otherwise, and Rainbow Dark Dragon was my other one in here. So this is where I picked up Rainbow Dark Dragon from before when I showed you that Rainbow Neos deck.
Yeah.
This is where it came from. I think this was Hidden Arsenal 2. So there's a lot of really good cards in here. This is a very,
This would have been nice for Lightsworn. You can target Lightsworn monsters anywhere with card effects.
Yeah, it's okay. Oh shit, Card Trooper's in here. Wow. I think it's a little bit beyond its time at this point, but that was a deck in its own right before it got limited in GX. I believe the deck you might get a laugh out of this one. I believe the deck was called Troop Dupe Scoop was the thing of it. So Card Trooper, it's Earth Machine, it's level 3, it's only got 400 attack, which is important, we'll get to that in a minute. You can send up to between 1 and 3 cards from your deck, top of the deck to the graveyard. This card gains 500 attack for each card sent until the end of the turn that was done. If the card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, doesn't even have to be by battle, draw 1 card. So, the idea, this thing has got less than 500 attack, it's 500 or less attack, it's a machine. Machine duplication can special summon 2 other copies of this out your deck, and then you pump all of them up, you send like 9 cards off the top of your deck to the graveyard, you pump all of them up to 1900, and if any of them get destroyed by like mirror forces and shit, you draw a card off it. They go back down to 400 going into the opponent's next turn, but you've already done like you limit to removal, right? And you just OTK with it because limit to removal is current attack, so they would hit 3800, and you just OTK. So it actually was limited for quite a while because that was very powerful for the day, but it was an ultra rare in Jaden 2. Like the second Duelist pack from him. So obviously no wonder we missed it because it's an ultra rare, but still, like that was a deck at the time, and if we ever did a sort of history of style of this, which would take a lot more research to do, but it'd be like, you know, playing the decks of the era type thing rather than just doing a draft like this. That would definitely be up there as one of the big decks to like play at the time it came out, because yeah, that was one of the best decks for a long time. Funnily enough, this pack actually had Phenomenaga, the deity of Poisonous Stakes. My previous Hidden Arsenal gave me a super rare of Phenomenon, the one that you need to go into this thing, but never be able to play it because it's just not great, but still. It's one of the first cards in the game. Yep. Yep. That's exactly what I always thought of it as well. This pack also had Gateway of the Six, and Crystal Abundance was the secret rare. Okay, that would have also been another trade thing of that. So yeah, there's some really good like secret rare trades and stuff you might get out of this. Just keep in mind, as was stated, if it's a common or a rare normally in your collection, then yeah, it's only one copy that you'll get to trade for a secret. Because otherwise, like I said, I think I would be sitting on a stockpile of about 13 secret rare trades right now, because of the other mega packs I've opened in the past. But hey, Judgment Dragon is, I think, a common in the rare yellow one. That's where I got mine from. So I don't remember if Dark Arm Dragon is in there as well. Actually, I know that. No, it was Gold Series that I got that from. Yeah. I was thinking, I know I got it from somewhere like that, but no, it was the Gold Series. I'm actually gonna go take a look and see where it got printed in real quick, because I can. I probably should have put a stream marker down a while ago, because we were basically done, but it's fine.
Have a discussion with some fans here.
Yeah. Okay. No, so it's not in any of those. Oh, it is in a structure deck later on, though. Dragons Collide in 2012, the structure deck. Yeah, so if you go on to the Khadgar thing now, Baron, Brownie's streaming something else at this point. Is it Monster Hunter?
Yes.
It's Sunday, so I was thinking it'd be Monster Hunter. So yeah, Brownie's streaming someone else at this point, but every time we do this, that's always the option to doing that. Yeah, so Found in Darkness, Gold Series, it is a promo actually, Collectible Tin 2010, so that's accessible. Turbo Pack 6 is an Ultimate Rare, is the next Dark Arm Dragon reprint. That's interesting. And then it's been in like 3 structure decks at this point, including Dragons Collide, which is in 2012. That structure deck is actually ridiculous, if I remember rightly. Yeah, this is another Markiner case, where at the time this came out, I've heard of this deck. This one was another like metagame contender at the time. And that's in 2012, which is like not that far away actually. Once we're done with the next set, we'll be in like the middle of 2011. So, yeah, Light Pulsar Dragon, Eclipse Wyvern is still banned because it's okay. So you'll probably be able to see it. It's a level 4 Light Dragon, 1600 attack, 1000 defense. If this card is sent to the graveyard, same as the Dandelion thing. Banish one level 7 or higher light or dark type dragon monster from your deck. If this card is banished from your graveyard, you can add that monster banished by this card's effect to your hand.
In other words, banish a dragon card, then banish that one. It's just some other card.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, okay, you add it to hand, but close enough. Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous because this is Chaos. I mean, this is where like Chaos Dragon really came into its own right. I don't mean Chaos Emperor Dragon. I mean like the archetype Chaos Dragon. I'll link you the deck so you can see as well. Again, just because we're talking on stuff here. Because
Chaos Dragon, but there's a Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon.
Yeah, there is. Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon is one of my favorite decks to play in like See the Duelist right now because it was available really early and it was just fun to do. Oh, the stream froze for a sec. Oh, yeah, I seem to have I dropped a couple of frames at the like loading something, I think. Yeah, basically.
This one has the most very important card, Kai the Man.
Oh, it has, does it? Where is he? Yeah, there he is. Haha! Oh wow, it's got Lila in here as well. Jeez, okay.
Yeah, Lila, Raiko, Jane. Yeah, it has a lot of monsters. And your favorite, Snip Hunter.
Woo! You know the funny thing, actually? If I was playing Fabled today, I would have considered playing Snipe Hunter in there. And the reason is, right, you discard the dude and it does a thing anyway, because they work when discarded for cost. They do not say if discarded by card effect. So, another fun thing on that actually, in my prototype Fabled deck, I was actually playing Phoenix Wind Blast. I went, like, I know that's a blast in the past or on the stuff here, but like I was actually playing that because again, same logic. That's a really, really strong card, but the -1 is hard to stomach, right? But if you're playing Fabled, you discard for the cost, they do the thing after the chain is resolved, and you get your stuff anyway. So, like, that doesn't matter. I was actually initially side decking Dark Core in today's game as well, but I ended up not being able to justify keeping it in. As you've seen my side deck and stuff on it that way. I ended up with, like, I wanted Horn of the Phantom Beast. I never ended up siding into it, but it was like, I wanted Horn of the Phantom Beast in there so I could potentially use the Unicorn, was what sort of put that over the edge. It's like, oh yeah, this is another beast dude. I could equip Unicorn with the Horn of the Phantom Beast and get more power off it that way.
It's also amazing that, I say it's amazing, but like it's still funny to me that you still side My Body's a Shield, and it's still, because it's amazing how relevant the card still is at this point.
Yeah, so this came back into my side decks once you had Dark Hole as well as Vegeki. It was like, okay, now you've got like 2 Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, Dark Hole, Vegeki. You've got the full destruction suite that I've been playing off it. You are now playing cards that destroy by card effect. I should probably side this again just in case. And yeah, not all of my decks have got it, but a lot of them have got like 2 copies of it at this point, because it is actually still really good. Confiscation was sided in case I was going to be going first. I actually did end up having it in game 2, and then it was like, this is a really stupid idea. Why did I swap like Avarice out for this? Imagine if I had Pot of Avarice instead of freaking Confiscation set in game 2. I was setting it to destroy it with Scrap Dragon, and then you Veiled the dragon, and I was like, oops. So, yeah.
That's pretty funny though.
So you got me on that one. That was definitely good. Breaker, of course, in case like heavy spell trap stuff came in. I initially was cutting it, and then we were like, no, Imperial Order is a thing. I know you didn't end up playing it here, but it's like, no, Imperial Order is something I should still respect. So, Breaker comes in for that. Dandelion, because I couldn't fit it.
Yeah, and you're a fusion monster. You're Draco.
Yeah.
Draco.
So the fusion monster down the bottom is actually Cybersaurus. he's a dinosaur, but no, he's actually a machine. But he's fused with like two-headed King Rex. So there you go.
Yeah.
Funny thing about him actually, because he came out in Metal Raiders. Two-headed King Rex wasn't like a Tawny promo card for quite a while. It was not possible to actually summon him for ages. It was really stupid. But yeah, it's level 4 and level 5 Earth monsters respectively, so I could use Glow Bulb Elephant to go into the Naturia monsters. Like I say, I would have had Fusionist in here instead of like Cybersaurus, but I don't have it. It's come up a couple of times actually. I may have to spend a trade slot on that if I'm gonna stick with
If you want one, I have 2.
Yeah, I mean that would be appreciated, because then. Yeah, if I'm using like instant fusion and stuff like that, then that's definitely a target right now. Are there any? I would say, are there any fusions from that set that you don't have? But I don't. I'd have to just like go back in and take a quick look. It's like Flame Ghost. Was it Charabin or Fire Knight or some shit? I don't know. Dragoness the Wicked Knight, I think, was one. I've got like 2 copies of that.
Yeah, I have heard.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Let me actually take a look at that pack.
I do have the Flame Swordsman. There's the 2 of if you want that. I mean, who knows?
That would be funny for the beads.
It would be. I mean, who knows? Maybe Fire Warrior is something that you need at some point. Flower Wolf is one I have 2 of as well.
Yeah, Flame Swordsman I don't have. What is that? Charubin? I don't have that.
Oh, I got Fury him, I think. Where is he?
And Dark Fire Dragon? No, I have him.
Yeah, I traded you for one of those before, because
Yeah,
this is not the first time I've gone with Instant Fusion.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Cherubin the Fire Knight I've got 3 copies of, I could easily swap one of them.
I actually don't have a Carbonella.
Oh. I have 2 of that, don't I? Yeah, I have 2 of that. I think that's okay. I would need to double check, like, well, I mean, it depends if we're banning Magical Scientist at the end of this, but,
Yeah.
because if I honestly feel like we should, but that's a preemptive hit because we personally haven't seen it. If you look at the most recent, like, episodes of the Progression series, though, Magical Scientist is a piece of shit, let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to see the best use of it yet because we need tuna monsters still. Put yourself in a situation where Magical Scientists can spam out monsters as much as it wants, and you can use those monsters for extra deck plays in the same turn. By using them as... because you summon 2 of the same dude, say, and use them because they're same level, you just overlay them for Exceed monsters. And you can do that as much as you have life points for. Usually you only need like 2 or 3 Exceed monsters out, and you will OTK with that. It'd be funny to see, but at the same time...
You still keep thinking about one-turn kills. I'm just like, ooh, this works. Ooh, that works. Ooh, this works.
Well, I'm trying to...
one-turn kills.
I'm trying to head it off at this stage. Because it's like, I have seen what this brings, and I don't want any part of it. You know? It's like, I'm trying to head them off. I'm not trying to actually, like, you know, play them at this stage. It's like... Nah, we've shown that once already. It's like, I don't want any part of that. Remember, we have 1-for-1 for this stupid thing as well. That's the other thing. We could fucking special summon it out the deck, too. It's like...
Oh, yeah, 1-for-1. Why didn't I think of using that in this deck?
It would... Yeah, it would probably be alright. Oh, but it's a send and not a discard, isn't it?
It's a send, yeah.
Fuck.
But, I mean, there are cards that say send.
That's true. But are they, like, sending themselves, or are they, at that point, just like...
When this card is discarded, destroyed... Yep, here. That's such a good question.
Because that would be the big thing, is, like, if they're sending themselves for their own effect...
So, Fabled Diff. When a Fabled monster is sent from your hand to the graveyard, tribute this card and select that monster, special summon it.
Yeah, that misses timing,
that's
though,
on the... That
misses
timing, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call Aaron the Water Charmer. Sorry, Blue Bomber, we didn't play that today. Yeah, so that one misses timing, so 1-for-1 doesn't work with that.
This Choji, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. That's still in effect.
Yep, so that one you don't get to do because you have to trigger it by its own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the question I had as well. Okay, so to explain that one as well, I had, what was it? What is it? I think I had a Nozuchi and some other card. I think a Fabled Grimoire. I think. Okay, no, it was man. I have to remember now. What did I have? Let me think here, because it was like, do they mesh together? I don't think so, because they activate on their own effects. No, that's it. Yes. Okay, so I had a Fabled Grimoire and like a Nozuchi or something like that. Grimoire is if you control a Fabled monster, send this card from your hand in the graveyard and add a Fabled monster.
Yep.
But then Fabled Nozuchi on the other side is you can discard one Fabled monster and special summon this card from your hand. It's one effect or the other, not both at once.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't mesh together.
Not in that aspect, no.
Yeah. Because I had a hand like that, I was like, they wouldn't mesh together like that, so they wouldn't work that way.
That's fair. Yeah, because the Grimoire needs to trigger its own effect.
Yeah.
And then send itself to grave. I need to see if it sends...
I had a cross like that in hand. Fabled is send this card.
The which one, sorry?
Fabled is send. Or Fabled Grimoire is send.
Yeah, Fabled Grimoire is send, and it's also by its own effect.
Yeah, by its own effect.
Which, yeah, problem solving card text, that is a send for cost, so if it did get negated, you don't get to keep it, right? So like, I don't know, Divine Wrath would be, we didn't pull it, but like Divine Wrath way back in fucking DM era, is just discard a card, it's a trap card, like discard a card, negate a monster effect, destroy, etc. Because this is Ascend by cost, you wouldn't get it back. That's the,
No.
that's what I was looking at off it. It's going, okay, so that's,
Yeah, discard by cost, yep. But yeah, I am curious on how well a Dark World Fabled deck would work now that these cards have more discard effects.
yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame I couldn't end up like actually finishing that one off because I didn't pull the Fableds to do it. What I was gonna try and do is I ended up taking the Dark Worlds out of this one, but like maybe this would show you close to what I was looking at for Fabled. This doesn't have Rescue Cat though, so I didn't actually think it was going to be good enough as a Rescue Cat engine either, but this was... well, we'll get there. I realize that my net is better, but I still want to like save it, make sure that I'm not doing it beforehand. So this was close to what I would have been looking at. Obviously, if I would have had any turbo, but this was being built yesterday, right? Based on what I have personally, I only have 2 Grimro. You would play the third one, obviously. And then yeah, I was thinking, okay, at best I would get like 2 Cerebro probably, knowing my luck. I pulled zeros or whatever. Probably the biggest card that I have here that you don't is Dark World Dealings, because I did pick up 2 copies of that when we Strike a Neos when that came out. It wasn't super rare, so that's probably the big thing that I was looking at. Going, okay, if I play this, then I could dump like Ganashia Luri was here for the level 1 stuff as well, or like Katsif Several especially, and get their effects off for it. That seemed pretty good. So I was thinking, yeah, we can go with that. I could even potentially end up discarding Chawa to get it back with Lockcat. Lockcat is a bit specific, but it's kind of working like a Debris Dragon-esque thing for this deck. It's like when you normally you special a level 1 Beast-type monster in your graveyard. Face-up defense, its effects are negated. I don't give a shit about either of those because none of these work on the field that way anyway. So the idea is that you can, it's a non-tuner, so unlike Debris Dragon, so you use this to get one of your level 1 tuners out, the Chara or the Katsif, and that gives you your Fabled synchros there. So
that makes sense.
So that was kind of the idea in that aspect, is like Lockcat is kind of good for that. I didn't really think a Rescue Cat. Rescue Cat would be fantastic in here as well, actually. But then I don't know how you fit the Dark Worlds in, I'll be honest. You could probably ditch Witch and Sangan, those were leftovers, but I liked the search aspect. Especially of Witch being able to search out Grimvo. That seemed pretty good, so I was like, okay.
Okay, so Fabled Valkyrius. This once per turn you can discard 1 Fiend-type monster to draw a card. Does that count in their Dark World monsters? It's not a cost.
I'm gonna double check, because I think it... I want to say it does, but I don't actually know off the top of my head. I need to ditch him.
Because it says no comma apostrophe.
Yeah. No, discarding 1 Fiend-type monster as a cost to activate this effect. God damn it.
Damn. Oh well.
Yeah, it probably just hasn't had a reprint. Yeah, I just looked it up on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro. It's like, that's the one ruling that it has for it. Discarding 1 Fiend-type monster as a cost. I'm like, fuck. That's the only thing. Yeah, it was. Yeah, obviously this list also doesn't have Snipe Hunter in it because, you know, my relationship with that card. But, you know, Snipe Hunter's not bad though in here, I would say. I mean, you get a free shot at, like, you pitch several or something, you get a free shot at destroying one of the opponent's dudes, and even if it doesn't work, you still get the summon, you can still synchro with it, so... But, like, it works with all of them, too. It works with Cruz, because Cruz can't miss timing. There's no timing to miss there. So...
Because it's when,
and when do, yeah. So it works with Cruz, you'll get your special summon off of that. It works with Luri because Luri is also the same thing with that. You don't have to play Luri. I was just thinking of going into low-level stuff here as well. Like I like Formula Synchron too much. Gotta be honest. I like me my Formula Synchron, but you would probably not play it, to be honest, if you've got enough of the other ones. Yeah, it's like you discard Catsif, you could get 2 things out of that. If you are gonna play Formula though, I'm pretty sure you opened this as well. King Kibatu, the level 1 Spirit Beast dude from Duelist Genesis.
King Kibatu, yeah, 1.
Yeah. When this is normal summon to flip face up, target 1 level 1 monster in your graveyard, special it, but banish it when this card leaves the field. I think, I'd have to double check, but I think if you Synchro Summon with that, you can actually avoid that. But I would have to double check, because they're going at the same time. So, like, arguably, you could send the other one first, and then
because there's timing in that one. Yeah, I can see that.
So I'm pretty sure that's how it works, but I'm gonna double check just now because I think this is something that's been rolled on. Oh yeah. Also, if it's flip face down, this effect disappears, and then you don't have the link part to it. It's kind of fun. But I don't think that's really matters here.
Dark World brainwashing looks so sad. It's like you look at it, it's just Raikou. It's like, oh, I'm a Dark World monster now.
Aww.
Yeah, it's like, no, you're a Lightsworn. It's okay, it's okay.
And this is how the Twilight Spawn were made. I mean, nah, I can't see any rollings on it. Yeah, I'd have to go look it up. I think you could probably find it out on Legacy of the Duelist actually. There's one of the Zexal matches actually uses King Kibatu. Oh, but it uses it for Exceed though. I'll find out at some point.
Oh yeah, so the 2 cards I forgot to put in the deck because I remember them now. One was Starlight Road. For some reason, that's not in my Fabled deck.
Yep.
And what was the other one? Shoot, it was one of the ones I just pulled not too long ago. Wild Tornado. That's the other one.
Oh yeah, okay.
Because that would have helped stop against MST and such.
Yeah, would have been interesting on that front. Yeah, Starlight Road. I think it'd be a decent enough side deck option for it. I'm not sure how often you will have enough stuff set so that Starlight Road can actually trigger.
Yeah, I'm looking at this because of 23 monsters. It's like it's pulling off more monsters than anything else, so I wouldn't have a lot of background in the first place.
Yeah, I do like that, by the way. I think Fabled does want like 23 to 25 or so as their sort of monster count, because a lot of their effects rely on them like discarding other Fableds or being discarded, etc. Yeah. So I do actually think that's the call, is playing more monsters with it. The Shining Angel I thought was pretty interesting too. I totally get why, I just thought it was cool.
Didn't work on all the light monsters, but I mean, it worked in the sense that, yeah, you can summon one light monster I would not need immediately.
Yeah. No, it was
just
a
can
pretty...
summon like Kokotor, Ganasha. I couldn't summon Ashenvale, which Ashenvale I might take out and replace with another monster, because Ashenvale, it's not bad, but it's just its own effect is if it's attacked or attacks, send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Send.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not super good. At this point, I think we can do better than that one. Oh, I said good deck with it though. I was impressed. I think it was.
Might have to actually change to Galabus, because Galabus is its own effect. Discard one card to the graveyard to select and destroy one face-up monster with the opponent's control with defense less than or equal to the card's attack. So, like, if you raise Galabus' attack, would that work that way then?
Yeah, because it's not original attack; it's current attack. So yeah, that would work.
But this card is still in the cost, isn't it?
It is still cost, yes.
Meh.
Yeah, I know. Dark Worlds are fickle to work with.
Not even Dark World. It's a Fabled Galabus.
Yeah, I know that's what you're
But
looking at.
I
I'm
know what
saying,
you mean, though. Yeah.
I know it's because you're looking at like discard for cost. It's like, yeah, no, the Dark Worlds are fickle. The Fableds are way easier to work with that way, and I think that's why these are like the overall better like deck here. But
this is also why I stuck mainly to a Fable deck and not a Fable Dark World crossover. It's like,
yeah,
I kind of like it by the way it is, so I'm gonna stick with it.
I agree, and I think that was the right play as well, is to stick with it in this sort of aspect.
I mean, if I'm gonna try and take a Fabled Dark World mix, I will try to make it incorporate both light and dark monsters. Like that would be the only reason I would try to use Light World or Dark World and Fabled is light and dark for chaos monsters.
Yeah, because you are playing a lot of level 1 and level 2 tuner monsters here. Chaos Orc is a pretty strong card in that aspect. Arguably stronger than like CED, because CED, yeah, it nukes the field and stuff, but it sends for 1, and for 2 it is level 8, so you can't sync with it. You know?
I mean, you can sync into Fable Leviathan.
Oh, I guess, yeah. Would you really spend a
CED
for that though? Considering Leviathan's got the same attack and it's like situational on its thing, would you really sink a CED into that?
I mean, if you know, CED if CED does not have its effect.
Fair.
Like if you restore it, if you bring back the monster and somehow for some reason its effects are negated, it would just be tuned into or sink into a level 10 monster instead.
Oh, you know, I just realized you could effect Veil a CED when it activates. Still pay the 1,000 life points, but then Veiler would negate it before it actually pops off.
That too.
That would be funny. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna win now. CED, blow up the field. Nah, sorry, I'm gonna put my wings over you now, and you are just not gonna get to do anything. No fire for you.
Veiler, protect me.
Yeah, basically. Well, at least we've gotten to see the power of Effect Veiler here, though. I did have a couple sided, but I was like, nah, I don't really feel like I want to go into it here. And probably best.
I mean, knowing you had those kind of monsters, I had to use Effect Veiler this way. I felt like I had to.
Yeah, no, and I'm at least glad that we've gone, you know, yeah, that sort of thing is good with it. And it's hard to play around too, because you don't have to show anything with that, right? You just discard it whenever the effect works in, and it's just like, yeah.
I mean, you could declare from the hand, yes, but then it's a quick effect, so you just discard it and it affects quickly.
Yeah, so it's like I can't, unlike a trap card, say like Fiendish Chain initially, it's like that's the sort of equivalent that I've been looking at right now. Yeah, it's not a permanent thing, but it's like I can't play around it if I don't know you've got it. And if you just draw it and you don't even have to put it face down and get it like targeted by MST or something, yeah, that's it's not gonna work. So it's harder to work around them, and that's what we're gonna see, I think, as we go forward. Maybe next time I should put Max C in my side deck and go from there. That would have been cool in a couple of these. This is the first time, I think, though, you've done the quick draw stuff in practice, but I think this is the first time, this and like the 6 Sam have been the first ones where we've actually seen, okay, you're special summoning multiple times per turn fairly regularly here. It's not a one-time deal, so like, this would have been a reasonable time to have Maxi, but like, it's hard to fit in when it's not really been the strategy for a long time, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, it's definitely something to look at moving forward, that maybe I do need to like jam it in the decks and stuff. Same with what you've done with Effect Veiler. It's like, okay, maybe this is what we need. And it's going to keep going that way, I think, because this is how Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played.
So, I actually read it up, and Max C against 6 Samurai is a double-edged sword.
Yes, it is. It is.
As I read that, I was like,
Yeah, there are ways that you can infinitely summon through it, and yeah, I have heard the stories of that, the so-called Maxi challenge. I didn't end up like showing you it because it is a bit situational, but I did tell you before that one deck that I could now potentially play. I have special summoned 37 times in turn 1 with that deck. That would be enough for Maxi to deck you out if you used it on the Big Fishy. Like,
yeah,
that is enough special summons that it gets wrecked off of that. It's possible. It's not easy, but it is possible. And it's like, holy fuck, okay. That puts a different dynamic on things. That is so awkward though, because I've got to take those promo picks before we do the next set. But it does rely on getting one copy of a rare. I mean, I could use these cards in other things as well. Maybe I have to actually look and see if I can build a different deck that uses Quasar. Because Doppel Warrior surely could be some way towards getting there. Yeah, because the problem is it needs... There's a level 2 non-tuner synchro monster that comes out in the next set as a rare, which is the Dragonfly thing that I kind of need to make Quasar in this deck. It's possible, otherwise it's just not pretty, because I need to use like Magical Android and the Librarian to do it. And that usually needs another Formula Synchron, which is very hard to make alongside the... I mean, I don't have 2 Formula Synchron, but like it's hard for me to make the 2 level 5s without using Formula.
Fabled might be able to pull off the Formula Synchron, but it would need to... I actually would need Effect Fader summoned and DD Crow summoned out there.
Yeah.
Or maybe even Battle-Based Fader summoned out there. Then be like, okay, I need to actually get one of these out here. Let's discard you and get you summoned.
Yeah. That's why I put Fabled Lurie in, actually. Because Lurie, this is where it comes in, right? Last time it was like, oh, this isn't a tuner, this thing is trash. Now it's, oh, this isn't a tuner, maybe it works. You know?
Oh, and that Coffin card can still work as well. Cheerful Coffin.
Oh yeah, yep.
If I was so bold as to try a full Fable deck, which I'm almost tempted to at this point.
I think it could be cool. Maybe I would have to trade you a Cruise or something for that. Because, I mean, I pretty much can't make the deck at this point. I don't have... I only have 2 of the Chawa, too, so it's like, I don't have enough of the Chawa, I don't have enough Pegasus, the Unicorn, I've only got 1 copy of that. I don't have Rajin, so I couldn't have done the play you did. I would have had to have made the level 4 dude.
See, that's the funny thing as well. I took out a Rajin because I was like, okay, when am I actually ever going to have a chance to summon this thing and be able to use its effect? Guess what?
And Chaos
saved my ass.
Yep, and Chaos has just come back in saying, I do want to play around with free rescue cat Fabled at this point, at some point now. I think it's cool. I think it could work. I will admit, like I said, I've shown you what I was looking at for it. I didn't actually put Rescue Cat in. I favoured Lock Cat instead. But, like, that's more because of recoverability off of it, right? But I think, yeah, Rescue Cat would be super cool for it. So maybe that's something we need to work on, is see if we can make up that. But I don't know. I mean... We've still got 1 more set to thing here. Maybe we want to save that sort of thing for the showcase if we're still doing that.
I thought the showcase was a good idea.
Okay, yeah, because
I back and forth a lot of packs at this point.
Yeah, and I was only sort of questioning it that way because I know this hasn't been the greatest era for you, and I didn't know if you'd want to just like move on from it or if we still wanted to do something like that. We may have to extend the number of decks that we play in this time though, because we've played so many more different decks than we did even in GX. Then I'm wondering, like, because I could easily pick like 5 decks or something to go through at this stage. Like, I have played that many different ones that I would enjoy. I haven't even gotten to play Blackwing yet, but that's obviously a thing. But yeah, there's like the Blackwing, the Crystal Beast was decent, the Machina was really good. I wouldn't mind trying Naturia. We've got Quick Draw is a fantastic one that I liked playing, and of course, we have the frog fish to play too.
Yeah. Which I need to rebuild my frog deck. I mean, it's not bad, but I still need to build up from it. Build more from it.
Yeah,
especially now that I've seen Fishborg.
Yeah. Oh, Fishboard Blaster. What a card. I mean, fucking hell, dude. Yeah. Fishboard Blaster in a format with TG Hyper Librarian available. Oh dear. This is why I stated it is definitely a consideration for a card to ban going into the Exceed era. Because it's just absurd. But hey. Yeah, so I think the only thing I've got to do now is just find out what I'm replacing the second Formula Synchro with in this deck. There's plenty of targets, I'm sure. There was a fair few things I wanted in here that I just couldn't fit. No, I mean, I could just put... I've already put Trishula in. I was going to say, I could just put Trish in, but I've already done that, so... yeah. I don't know. Something to consider, I suppose. I've also got to make a side deck for it now, because that's a thing. Because, yeah, this deck wasn't actually, like, ready for competition yet, right? Because I needed so many trades and stuff for it.
Yeah.
But with the exception of that Synchron, I could actually use my wheel spin to get this now, because that's, you know, the whole promo pick one. I can take the 2 cards that I need, and I could make this deck. And then it's like, well, if you don't have Veiler in your opening hand, that could be a problem. But again...
I mean, at this point, I may have to consider effect Veilering Rescue Cats.
Oh yeah, Veiler Rescue Cat is definitely a fantastic play. Because then even if it tributes itself, it doesn't do anything, so...
Actually, well, no. I mean, in fact, I have to activate before it tributes itself because it has to be on the field that your opponent controls.
Yep. So you can't activate it in response, but you can just negate it, and then it's just a 300 attack level 4 that does nothing. So.
I find it kind of funny. It's level 4.
I know, right? It's got 400 total attack and defense. Not that that's ever mattered, but you know, it's like, come on. What's a weenie like you doing with that much power? Right, geez, we've been going nearly 4 hours on this at this point. That's a long time for the stuff here.
I mean, we've been talking about a lot of cards, a lot of options, and a lot of possibilities in the near future.
That's true.
I would say we want to try and do this tomorrow, but tomorrow there's going to be some family issues being done in the morning.
Okay.
So I won't be available tomorrow. If I'm not starting work Tuesday, I think we'll try Tuesday and see what happens then.
Right, okay. Well, hey, congrats on getting the stuff then. Because, yeah, that's...
I mean, we're hoping it's going to happen, but there's situations popping up, it's like, we'll find out.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I'm hungry. I need something.
Yeah, it's like 20 past 8 for me. I should probably get some as well. Yeah, if you wanna chat a bit more, or like, well, discuss building more of the Fabled stuff with it, yeah, we can do that later on. If you want to send stuff to Chaos that you could build out of your set of Fabled, you know, like the Fabled Kitty stuff for that, then sure. We need to do some more trades for it though.
Oh yeah.
What did I say? Was it like? Yeah, what did I say? It was like the Ganashia, the Meteor, and there was something else was the cat, right? Catsif.
Yeah, Catsif you were trading to me. Birdman you took. You're looking at that one Naturia.
Yeah, Exterio was what I was targeting, so it was like Catsif, Ganashia, and then if you want the Meteor, just in case you want to build a for fun Drat deck, I can give you one of those as well. But if you're alright with like Catsif, Ganashia as the main part of that, I could easily.
Yeah, I mean, I already took the Ganashia for the other one.
Sure, but you only have one copy of it, so that's why I'm like, I can give you the playset of that. I can get rid of my other one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's fine then.
Okay, so we do that, and then do you want the Meteor as well, or are you?
I'll take it. I'll try it. I want to try something.
Right, and then so I've clicked off those. I can add Exterio because I didn't pull it. So there you go. I told you would have the ones that I didn't get that I wanted. So there you go.
I mean, it took 7 effing pulls.
I know.
Like 7 effing pulls from a thing that doesn't even want to work at this point. But jeez,
yeah.
So Ganasha, Meteor, turning away for the Exterio. All right.
And the Catsif as well. I was fine with that. Because that gives us 2 each, and you're the one who's more likely to play it. So I only need 1 if I'm going to play the Nordic deck anyway, so I'm fine with that. Right, I guess I've got to consider what I'd actually trade for out of this set now that you've gotten the main ones I want. I'll find something. As before, remember we don't need to trade for surpluses on this one in order to actually get the stuff out of it, because it is a unique set. So if you want a secret rare you didn't get, that's fine too. If there's a secret rare that you needed that you didn't pick up.
Yeah.
Which is probably another Several, to be honest. I'd imagine anyway, because that seems like something you want as many as you can get for.
Yeah, I'll just have to remember that to trade for next time. I put a message to Brownie saying, okay, remind me, I have a trade for Yusei, Ragnarok, and Hidden Arsenal 1. I need to do.
Ah, damn it, that was the one I missed. I was thinking that's the one Naturia I missed. It's the butterfly. Alright, that's probably going to be my trade then. Stupid butterfly was missed. Butterfly. Yeah.
Oh, well, I was 3.
I don't know if I've got. I don't know if I've got anything else.
You already gave me 3 cards for that one, so I'm fine with you want 1 Naturia butterfly.
Yeah, okay. I'd take because I wanted 2 to replace the ragweed out of the not ragweed, rose whip out of the deck before, because this actually does something, whereas rose whip just kind of doesn't. So that was the other thing I wanted for the deck. So okay, that's fine. So I'll trade for this as well, and then I'll get the one off of you.
Yeah. So for the Ganasha and Catsif and such. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, yep, that's fine.
All right. Yeah, I was just looking through it. I was going, did I get this? I know I talked about it quite a lot, and it's like, no, I didn't. Fuck. Like I missed a lot of stuff in this set. It seems. That's fine. Right. Anyway, you get your food stuff as well. I'm gonna get that in a sec as well once I've got this set up.
Yep.
Thank you very much for playing again, dude. GG's once again.
GG's.
Fantastic games there, really. And yeah, I will see you later on.
All right. Take care.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm very happy with the outcome of that today. It sucks a little bit that I ended up just like overdrawing my tuners, but honestly, I have had way too much luck in this setup so far, and I could never complain even if I wanted to off it, which I don't. It's about damn time that we got a switch off there. I'm gonna get rid of one of these for a thing. And yeah, we managed to swap a decent bit around with each other to finish off what we wanted here. So we got the ones that I didn't pull that we got now, Naturia, Exterio, we got a couple of butterflies, so I'm probably going to try and do something with Naturia for, even if it's just for fun, because I do have Bamboo Shoot after all. We got the Birdman, so I can play my Blackwing deck as intended now. Or I could wait, because Crow's Duelist pack has got Gale in it, and I could wait and see what I get out of there, because we got that wheel next time round for the the promos. We got that. Which means that I could take the TG Hyper Librarian. I think TG, like, I should do it, really. I should just take Librarian and Quasar. And maybe we show it off before the thing there. So if I take Librarian Quasar, the cool thing that happens with this is that then what I can do is if I somehow don't get Recipro Dragonfly in the opening, then I can use Black Wings, and I can play that because I've got the Birdman at this point, and it's totally fine. I am more than happy to play Black Wings next time. It was what I was intending on doing anyway, until this came up. But if I get the Dragonfly, it only needs one copy, and it is a rare. If I get the Dragonfly, then I can play the Magnum Opus. We can play the Frogfish deck. And oh boy, if you thought some of the shit we've pulled in this has been busted so far, well, you should have already seen this. I have previewed this before, but oh god, this deck does a lot of shit. All it needs for the basic idea is draw him, draw any frog. Or like, nah, you need to draw a frog. No, you could give it a Toad too. Like, all the Ronin Toad, because you discard Toad and then pitch a frog out instead. That's all it needs. It is a bit sort of awkward that you have to draw this guy, because there's not really a search for it. But the deck is kind of designed to draw a decent bit to go through with it. And even if it doesn't get that aspect of it, you can still do a lot of work if you can get Fishbowl Blasted down and use the Frog Engine instead with Substitute, banishing the frogs to get Ronins out to tribute for Substitute, so you've got synchro material for Fishbowl. There are other options that you can do with this. It is not landlocked strictly into draw big fish or die. But if you do, this deck is one of the most terrifying things I have played. Like, entirely. It is absolutely absurd. This is the fun version of Chimera Tech, basically, is the way around of putting it. I need to think of someone else to go in the extra deck at this point, though, because I only have one formula, so I can't play that right now. Yeah, I have to go through and see if there's something that I want to put in. Brionic, maybe? I don't think Brionic really does a lot, but it might. I don't know. There are ways that we can set someone up. Catastor? Catastor's pretty good. Yeah, we'll put Catastor in. Because Catastor's quite easy to make too, so I think that's fine. Because we already got Trish in there, that's the main one. Everything else has kind of got its important purpose in here, so I think that is the play. So yeah, potentially look forward to this one next time then. It's not unbeatable at this point. We do have like effect veilers and stuff like that to go around it, so it's not unbeatable, but it is going to be pretty damn strong, and I'm looking forward to it. Anyhow, if you have stayed for the whole like 4 hours of this, good lord, thank you. But yeah, I will see you guys next time out. This, as I say, maybe Tuesday if we can get it set. I'm gonna work on the side deck for this thing and try and make something out of that. And I will see you back next time with the results, I suppose. Take care, everyone.